not a bit.
Good evening and welcome everyone to AFK with Loading Ready Run. Tonight we are playing Paranoia, which is being run by our good friend Dale.
Hello.
But before we get to that, two quick things. This stream is brought to you by you over at patreon.com. Way to go. Patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Your support of us there makes this all possible, so way to go.
You said that.
Good for us.
Yeah.
And you've done a
Good
wonderful
job.
job.
Good job.
Good job. Way to go, everyone. And by our friends over at Wormwood Gaming. Wormwood makes a whole suite of delicious and nutritious game accessories for your own tabletop gaming needs, made out of mundane or exotic woods. Wormwood deck boxes, rolling trays, dice towers, dice vaults, DM screens are certainly the item you need to bring a bit of class and elegance to your gaming desktop need.
And the science of magnets.
Yeah.
Yes, and magnets. They also smell quite nice.
And once again, Loading Ready Run doesn't endorse that you eat your Wormwood Gaming products, no matter
But you
how
can huff as
nutritious
much as
they
you
might
want.
be. Yeah. Huff them fumes.
Yeah, huffed at wood. Huffed at wood. And when you order, because you certainly will order Wormwood Gaming products, if you live in the continental or in the United States, I believe you can enter the code LRR for coupon code, and you will get free shipping. If you live anywhere elsewhere in the world, if you enter the code LRR World, you will get $10 off your shipping.
It's a pretty good deal.
It's a great deal.
Lure is generous.
Yes. So what are we doing?
Well, Dale.
So we are playing Paranoia. This is a role-playing game. You guys are living in Alpha Complex. This is quite a while after some sort of cataclysm has destroyed civilization. The last of the humans have gone underground into a place called Alpha Complex, which is run by the computer. The computer is your friend who loves you very much and keeps everything in Alpha Complex absolutely perfect all of the time. You know this because the computer tells you that this is the case, and only traitors would contradict the computer, and treason is punishable by death. None of you are traitors, right?
Of course not.
Oh,
We
okay,
love
good.
the computer.
Yeah.
So one kind of unusual thing is that there are hormone suppressants that are fed to you since birth. So nobody has ever gone through puberty. So there's no natural reproduction. People are created in vats. You were all created as infants, and then you grew up in whatever your home sector is, and you went to school, and you had schoolmates and everything. And then you graduated, and you went into the workforce. If you die, all of your memories will be transferred to a copy of your adult body.
Convenient.
Convenient. You have a total of 6 bodies that the computer is providing you because the computer loves you.
And we love the computer.
Of course.
The computer is so good.
It is good.
Yes. And so if, perhaps when you die, you'll just wake up in your new body. If something bad has happened to your old body, that's fine. Your new body is unblemished. You can carry on. Any questions about the setting?
Why do I have an R after my name?
So, the names have 4 components. The first component is your personal name. So the second component is your security clearance. The security clearances go from infrared, which is 70 or 80% of the population, and then red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and ultraviolet. So you have an R because you are red clearance, which is kind of the lowest of the high.
Okay.
The third section of your name is your home sector, which probably won't come into play tonight, but it's, it's how you would distinguish a Blair from one section. There will only be one Blair from your sector.
I see.
And then the fourth is your clone number. So right now it's a 1. That's because you're on your first body.
Hey. We haven't died yet.
And I'm not going to die.
No, none of us will die.
Exactly, because none of us are traitors.
No.
And, I mean, you're on a good streak, right? Like, you guys are probably 20, 30 years old, and you've never died.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So true.
That's like us in real life.
Yeah, yeah.
So well
This is
done
the
on
real
that.
life beach. Or whatever your name is.
Blair.
Oh, sure. Blair.
Blair.
So he is Blair R, calling him Blair is very familiar, perhaps a little bit impolite.
Oh, I apologize, Blair R.
Yes, I'll call you Brady Senpai.
Honestly, I think that it's
Pretty
probably
hard.
based on the Japanese suffixes. It doesn't say that.
That's
but
right, yeah.
that's how it sounds to me. So
Perfect.
I've given you introductions so you guys all know how you've ended up being recruited to become troubleshooters. You have all ended up at the Looking for Trouble office. That's the local service firm that is organizing troubleshooters and is going to be giving you your mission. There's a meeting room that is currently in use. You're going to go in there in a minute, but before the door opens, you have a chance to introduce yourselves to each other. So if we go alphabetically, we will start with Blair R.
We're all in the foyer then, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Okay.
Who are you?
I'm Blair R. Normally it's polite to give your own name too.
Hi, I'm Brady R.
Oh,
but why don't you tell me where you're from? What's going on in his house?
Yeah, I work in CBB as part of the Septic First Power Services firm, or Septic Thanks Power Services service firm. But I got a call today saying I should come to the Looking for Trouble office. There's a mission for me.
Cool.
What about you? Are you just hanging out?
Hi, I'm Brady R. And no big deal, but I'm a custodian for the We're Cops internal security service. And we're a pretty big deal. Not as big of a deal as the troubleshooters, but that's why I feel pretty great to be here, to be finally noticed by the computer and welcomed into their amazing ranks, hopefully, of the troubleshooters. I would imagine that's why I'm here.
All right. Hi, I'm Chris R. I'm going to be your hygiene specialist.
Oh, good.
Normally, I'm a media content acquisition specialist for the Bouncy Bubbly channel.
Neat.
Hi, I'm Cassidy R. Normally, I work as a refrigerator technician for a bat clone company.
Oh, good. So you make sure
Just have a
that
clone.
you make sure our extra bodies are all clean and happy.
Well, cold anyway.
Cold.
Is that important?
I don't know. I
Do
don't
you like
work.
being cold?
I don't work in that area. I look after septic. Nice to meet you, Cassidy R.
Yeah.
And
Chris.
Chris R.
Well, it was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I understand we're heading to Sector ENQ?
I guess that's what I heard as well. Is that we would be going to ENQ. We're there to prevent.
Some
Actually,
bozos are poisoning the food?
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah.
Traitors.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
If there's one thing I love, it's shooting a traitor.
I like turning traders over to the computer and letting them deal with the problem.
I just can't stand traitors, but you're right. You are right. We should let the proper systems do it. But I just get so burned up. I see a traitor and I go red
Well,
because I'm so angry.
Right.
But not red in the bad way because that's
I mean, we're all red here, right?
I mean,
wait, yes. Yeah.
I'm happy most of the time.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's
like,
good.
I wouldn't
Well,
I never have a reason to be angry.
get angry and lose control.
Well, I can see why the computer placed us all together on this very important mission.
We're gonna
I'm looking
balance each
forward to-
other out nicely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you all.
So before we go too much further, Paul, are we able to give the character sheets and the intro sheets to the chat? Is that working?
Yep, they
Good.
have. We've put that in. So if you want to see what the characters, basically, I believe that is all the information that the players also have.
Yep.
You can do that and play along at home
Buzzer's
and
ready.
tell them why they're doing everything wrong.
But we can't see what you're saying.
Yeah, joke's on you.
All right, so if there are no further introductions, we'll get on with the briefing.
Okay.
All right, so the meeting door opens up, and there is a fellow in blue in there. He's like, come in here. You are troubleshooter team CBB-05?
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In you come. I have badges for you, because you need badges.
Oh, thank you.
All right, are you the hygiene officer?
That's me, sir.
So are you the team leader?
That's me, sir.
Ah. So are you the advertising and branding officer?
That would be me.
Ah.
Yes, thank you very much.
Well, the only one I have left is the public relations officer. Did that person not?
That's me.
Ah, excellent.
Thank you.
So, these are your badges because these are your mandatory bonus duties that you will be doing in addition to your troubleshooting duty of shooting trouble. On that note, I have some gun barrels for you because I understand you have guns but no ammunition.
Yes.
So I have 4 red gun barrels here. You may allocate those as you see fit.
Well, I'd love to take one, just in case, you know.
I think it's probably for the best that we each have one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Huh.
Each have a gun barrel.
These are all red laser.
These are all red laser gun barrels. They have 6 red stripes on the side. When you fire the gun, one of the stripes goes away. If you keep firing the gun, it keeps shooting. Just let me know that you're shooting your gun and it doesn't have any stripes on it.
Right. Okay.
All right, and while you are out stopping people from poisoning the food, that contract is not actually enough to pay for your services. But because I don't want you to be doing all of this without getting paid, I have very helpfully taken a second job for each of you to do while you are out doing this. So there is a local research and design firm creating experimental equipment. And so I have a piece of equipment for each of you that I would like you to test while you are out there so that we can pay for your job.
That sounds great, sir.
Absolutely. I'm
Thank
excited.
you.
Anything to make everything safer out there for everyone.
Yes.
Sorry, Brady. What was your extra job again?
Well, I'm the advertising and branding officer.
All right.
Thank you, strange voice in the sky.
So Blair R., I have a piece of equipment for you. And Cassidy R., I have a piece of equipment for you. Unlike that dainty box, this is a massive axe.
Whoa. Be careful with that.
And Chris R., I have a piece of equipment for you.
Oh, delightful.
And Brady R., I have your equipment out back.
Oh, okay. Would you like me to follow you over there, or?
No, you can pick it up. It's the great big black thing on wheels next to the auto car that will be driving you around tonight.
Okay. Thank you.
So I've given you the forms that you have to fill out in order to evaluate this equipment. But speaking out of character for a moment, I think that watching people sitting around filling out forms would be boring for the audience. So that's the information that they want. Do that which seems right in your own eyes. I just get nostalgic because those are the forms. You'll notice there's a copyright date on the bottom, and it's from like 1989 or something.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I remember being a kid playing this game, filling out these forms.
Yeah.
So I gave you the forms.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite in detail for the audience. There.
Oh, I should have had a link for these because I'm sure they could just download them. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
They're the Paranoia experimental equipment forms of it. They're like the first Google hit.
Great.
Copy them from your screen.
Screenshot.
I hope you took the time to do that.
Okay.
All right, so there is an Autobot out back. Her name is Allie, and she will be driving you to Sector ENQ.
Perfect. All right. Is there anything else that we need to know?
Probably.
Yeah. All right.
Good luck.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Well, what do you think we should do, team leader?
Let's go around back. Does everyone have their experimental equipment in
But
hand?
I do.
I've got to go out back and get ours, but I believe that's where Allie is, so we can pick it up as we go see her.
All right. Does anyone need anything else? Do they need to assemble their weapons? Do they need to take a short break? to engage in the wonderful sewage type things that
Comb
I
your
look
hair.
after. Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Basically, look presentable so that when we go out there to, we represent a good look for the troubleshooting office.
Well, I do have my PHTCMK for administering PHTs and ESPs on my fellow troubleshooters. Maybe now would be an appropriate time to administer a PHT to everyone.
Maybe we could do that in the car.
If you believe that's appropriate, team leader.
I believe it would be appropriate so that we don't hold up the mission for any longer, because this sounds like it will take some time.
Very good.
Well,
No. Thank you.
All right. So the other thing is that when you get into the car, your branding kit is there. Your sponsor for this team is the Bouncy Bubble Beverage.
oh, great.
And the Bouncy Bubble Beverage branding is in the bot. And here is all of the stuff that you have
Okay.
as the advertising and branding officer.
Right. All right. I will make sure to do stuff. Make sure that everybody knows who we're representing. It's
Absolutely.
important. All right. Well, let's get to the car. I'm gonna go pick up my this
Your
experimental weapon that I need to go get.
So it's, you know, roughly the size of this table, except it's a box.
Yeah.
And it's got wheels and it's got a trailer hitch and it's hooked up to Allie.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Perfect.
Oh.
Can I go over and introduce myself to Allie? Or I'd like to go. Hi.
Sure. So she's about the size of a minivan.
Right.
The front is completely sealed off. I mean, it's got a steering wheel and controls in there. There are seats. There's a rear view mirror with like an air freshener hanging from it, kind of rotating. And the doors open and she says, "Hi, troubleshooters. We're going on a field trip."
I'm sure excited to go on this trip. How are you doing, Allie?
I'm doing very well. Happy to be employed.
Yes, absolutely. I am Brady R. I'm going to be the advertising and branding officer. I believe, as well, you also have a weapon hitched to the back.
I have.
Perfect.
It's very exciting, but I can't seem to control it.
Oh, that'll be fine. I'll do my best to help you with that. I mean, it's my job to make sure that everything works great, right? So.
Well, and if there's trouble, just shoot it, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
To be clear, you'll be the one operating the weapon ultimately.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, okay.
It's my job to make sure that this thing works correctly.
Absolutely.
But I mean, it's attached to Allie, so I feel like we'll be sort of working in tandem.
We could put some cables. Like I could control it if you gave me controls. That sounds fun.
Can we all share with each other what all of our experimental equipment is, so we all know what it does? So we all know to expect
Pop in
each
and
other.
we'll do that while we're driving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Are
get
we
in.
making any stops on the way to ENQ, or should I just find the fastest way there?
Can I be assumed to have done the things that were described on my character sheet?
As long as they were happening in Sector CBB, which is where you are right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've actually been told by my branding officer things that we need to make a stop in Sector DEB to pick up some of like the stickers and other brand things.
Sector DEB?
Sector
All
DEB.
right. I'll make sure we go through there then.
Perfect.
Okay.
Is there any other stops we need to make at all?
I can assume to have done this.
You did the things that happened in Sector CBB.
Yep.
Okay.
Doesn't say it necessarily happened. It's instructions.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Are we all in the car now? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna because inside the car we've got a nice little kit here of these the bouncing bubble beverage. Yeah, the bouncing bubble beverage. I've got a whole bunch of stickers. So why don't everybody pop one of those on your hat? That way we really know that we are, or somewhere on your person, so that everyone knows that we're representing our company.
Do you all have hats? I think you're all dressed differently.
Don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
I have a hat.
I don't have a hat.
Whatever you have, some sort of.
Do you describe the sticker to me so I have a better idea of what it's like, what color it is?
The bouncing bubble beverage sticker. It's got a large bubble type mascot on it. He's got some nice red sneakers, and it's about 2 centimeters. So it's just like, a little sticker that you would pop on, and that way, if we're out and about and we get seen by the lovely citizens of Alpha Complex, then they can, see that we're representing a truly wonderful brand.
Normally, I would worry about doing anything to mar the uniforms that have been given to us by Friend Computer, but I think in this case, since we are representing a brand while we're out and about on our mission, and it was given to us by Blue Clearance, somebody with Blue Clearance, I think it is appropriate that all of us wear that sticker.
Perfect. All right, so I hand one out to each of you guys.
All right.
Is there one for me? We could put it on my hood.
Absolutely.
Let's
and
do that.
I actually have a, hold on, I have one large one right.
Ooh,
It's about
like
20 centimeters, and we can slap that right on the hood, and then
Oh.
everybody knows.
Because we're a team.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
I would-
right.
I would never
All of us
leave you
working
out of
together.
it. So I take this giant sticker and I just go wha-bam and like slap it right on the front.
So you had said that you were driving, so you can stop, but I'm sort of picturing you like leaning
Oh
out.
yeah. I'm.
It's a good point. We are driving.
Yeah.
Am I the one driving?
Yes.
No, Allie is driving.
Oh right, of course. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I don't want to interrupt the ride because we need to make sure we're doing this in an important fashion. So I sort of lean out and I smack this sticker up on the front of the car.
That's good.
And there we go. And there we go. Now you were driving in style. Perfect.
Excellent. All right. Let's because I'd like to describe our equipment, but I also would like to find out more about this PHTCM.
The PHTCMK. It is a personal hygiene test and cleanliness maintenance kit.
Ah, okay.
So,
is
I
that
can-
your experimental equipment, or is that your?
No, this is just my standard issue equipment. So, yeah,
Every hygiene officer gets a PhD.
I see. Okay.
it is to monitor our personal hygiene. And then, if necessary, I can also administer an ESP, which is an emergency sanitary procedure.
In case we just get extra messy.
Yeah. Did you know that 52% of all mission failures can be blamed on hygiene neglect?
Why?
It is imperative that we look good for the press.
And after all, we did put on those stickers.
That's true, and I mean, we want to be making sure that we're looking our best when we're showing ourselves off to the press and whatnot, especially representing bubbly, bouncing bubble beverage.
Well, Brady,
The BBB.
a clean team is a mean team.
That's true.
ACT, MT.
But do we want to be mean?
I think it's mean in the sense of that we are lean and we are doing our job, and we will not allow anything to interrupt our progress.
Absolutely. I agree.
Probably we want to be mean to the people who are poisoning people. I'm
Yes.
just going to run them over.
Well,
stick them in front of me. I'll just crush them.
traitors.
Allie, I really enjoy your company.
Thank you, Brady R.
Let's go through this PHTCMK then.
All right. So I have a long flat belt that wraps around any portion of a citizen's body. And it has like a little metal contraption on the side.
Oh, good.
Would you like to go first, team leader?
I am the team leader, and therefore I will submit myself to the PHTCMK first.
Okay. I administer the PHTCMK. Or the SCS-6.
All right, and what's the setting on the depth?
Well, we'll start with 5.
Start with
Out of what specifically?
100.
Oh, I see. That sounds
right.
excellent.
So, do you have a hygiene skill?
I am confident that I do. Yes.
I would be very interested in having you roll against the hygiene.
Okay. What does a success look like on hygiene?
So it looks like your hygiene number or lower.
Okay. No.
Thank you.
16 was the roll.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is a failure by how much?
4.
Failure by 4.
Uh-oh.
Now can I modify a die roll after it's happened?
Sure.
Using perversity points?
Sure. Do you care?
Kind of.
Okay. Do that which seems right in your own. Anybody can modify any roll after it's been made.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'll use 4 perversity points to make that roll a success.
All right.
Now, that happens out of character when we use perversity points, right? That's
Yes, but it's permitted to describe an in-character thing that is changing. Like if you wanted to, this could be you screw that up and you start the skin core sampler drilling, and then you're like, oh, no, I meant to only go to 5 out of 100, and so while the wine starts increasing, you slam it back. Like, if you want to, you can describe, or you can just say, it's a total of whatever.
Okay.
Neat.
I'm unused to the device, but I bring it under control.
Oh, that's good.
So, the skin core sampler speeds up and doesn't speed up more than you intend in the end, and you feel just sort of a little tap, and then there's a ding, and it says subject meets minimum cleanliness level.
Oh, excellent.
That's the nicest thing anyone said about me, including my mother, who is friend computer.
Yeah,
Alright.
it looks like a post hole digger.
Oh, good.
I'm glad you shared this with us now.
Yeah. Good.
All right. I think that one of you two should go next, so that the hygiene officer can go last.
Sure.
Brady R, would you care to go next?
I mean,
Alphabetical order?
it's important to look clean, so I kind of offer up my wrist.
17.
It's probably fine, right?
Fail by 5.
Okay.
Thank you for burning your points on me.
You want to burn some more?
So,
I mean, you could.
a little pink light comes on and says, initiate emergency sanitation procedures.
Oh.
I could have sworn I took a shower this morning. Are you
Oh,
sure the machine's working all right?
I'm sure it's nothing, really. The kit has many items for use in this exact contingency, so I wouldn't worry at all. We'll just use a lemony moistened towelette on you.
Well, hold on. What brand is that? Lemonade moistened towelette.
Lemony.
Well, I mean, if it's not a bouncing bubbles thing, I don't feel like we can really use that in this time. We gotta make, if we're gonna live this brand, we gotta breathe and use and only contribute ourselves to the bouncing bubble beverage brand.
Do you have any hygiene items that are from the Bouncing Bubble beverage brand?
Why, in fact, I do. I've got 6 cans of R&D experimental flavor bouncy bubble beverage in this shiny gold packaging, and I betcha it would do a better job than this broken lemony stuff.
I would say that if you were to use your Bouncing Bubble beverage, we would have to then test you again to see whether it actually cleans you up properly or not.
That's true.
And then you would have also ended up spilling a whole bunch of Bouncing Bubble beverage all over the place while you were cleaning
Inside
yourself.
me, which is not cool.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You
I
have to be
don't.
very
I'm not
careful.
sure that's the intended function of the Bouncy Bubbles beverage.
All right. I'm just saying, if anybody sees us using this other stuff, it might not be a good time for us.
Well, there is a time and a place for consuming Bouncing Bubble beverage, and there's a time and a place for effective hygiene. And I think that using what's in the hygiene kit would be more appropriate. Do you have anything in the hygiene kit that would be appropriate for Bouncing Bubble beverage?
No.
Then we'll have to go with the moistened towelette, I guess.
I suppose so, won't we?
We are, of course, in the car where no one else can see us. It is only us and Allie that will be privy to this.
All right,
And I
Allie,
think
but
that will be
it
fine.
stays between us.
Oh, of course, yes.
All
And
right.
friend computer.
And friend computer.
I assumed he was part of the us.
Yes. Always.
All right, rub me down. You're the hygiene officer.
It was on your wrist, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So, 10 minutes later,
Yeah.
you get dressed again.
Okay, perfect. Me and Chris can't make eye contact for a little while.
I got this cool axe.
Are you clean enough to use it?
Well,
13.
I only failed by 1.
Okay,
I'm gonna bump it.
okay. Subject meets minimum cleanliness level.
Oh, okay then.
All right, your turn then, hygiene officer.
I also fail by 1. No, wait. I fail by 2. I'm gonna bump it. Dear God. Just let us move on.
More swabbing.
All right, so you're all considered hygienic.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I am currently carrying, for my experimental equipment, it is the SCS Mark IV, the Speech Center Scrambler Mark IV. It is from The Prettiest Booms. It's a marvelous sound beautification technology while simultaneously doing terrible things to your enemies. Simply point the pointy end of the communist mutant traitor and pull the trigger. It's a box that's 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters by 25 centimeters long and has a black cone at the tip.
Cool.
And a trigger near the other. And there's other things, but I don't have to describe them. It's not that important. I am team leader after all. All right, Chris R. What is your experimental equipment?
I have been entrusted with the FX Enhancement System, the FX Enhancement B6 system. It is consists of a set of shoulder pads with 2 large speakers on the back and a backpack with a bunch of wires leading to it. I have been told that the FX Enhancement System will revolutionize the workday of the citizens of Alpha Complex. Simply make sound effects into the microphone, and the inaudible subsonics broadcast from the speakers will make...
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good. That's
Great.
good to know. Cassidy R.
I have this awesome axe.
Nice. What does it do?
The prettiest boom axe is the next generation of axe-based weapon technology. Commie mutant traders will quake with terror immediately before you slice them in half.
Oh, so it is a unitasker.
This axe has 2-meter black handle and double-bladed axe head. Though the handle itself is thick and heavy, the blade significantly overbalances the weapon. It's very heavy.
That's good. Well, as a public relations officer, it's good that you're carrying an axe of reason.
I feel like that it is a good representation of our
What it is
team.
we'll be doing today.
Yes.
Great. Brady R.
I have attached to the beautiful alley
Thank
it's the Multi-Mar 7A4, and the Multi-Mar is the future of beautiful sounding weaponry. With its 4 damage types, it can reduce any commie mutant traitor to nothingness. For safety purposes, though, this is going to be locked until we get to safety ENQ.
Do we know what the 4 different types of damage?
Absolutely, I'm so glad you asked.
Me too.
There is acid, flame, rock, and add label here.
Okay, that's good.
And off. It has an off function,
And has an
too.
off function as well.
Yeah,
Currently locked in off, in fact.
yes, and as you can see, it's got about a 10 centimeter tube, or 10 centimeter diameter tube that sticks out up from the top of the box like some sort of field weaponry. So I would assume this is some sort of motor device, maybe?
Ooh, that sounds interesting. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what it does.
Me too.
Okay. I think we've gone through our equipment. Have we arrived? I think we can arrive at Sector ENQ without having to do anything else.
Oh, we were
You're
stopping
stopping
in
in Sector
D&B.
D&B.
Yeah, I need to pick up a bunch of the stickers and all that other kind of jazz. I've only got like some of them in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we can be quick about it.
So you give her directions. I believe there's a specific border you're going to.
Yeah. It's
A bunch of lockers there.
Yeah.
So who's piling out of alley while you're at? This is sort of a train station type place. Right at the border of the sector, there's a big tunnel leading to the next sector.
I can
Bunch
just
of
hop out.
lockers.
It's just a little thing in the locker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll. I will come help you carry it.
Sure, that'd be great.
Okay, let's do that.
Great. Cool. So I'm going over to locker. It says in my packet here.
To the locker number you were given.
Yes, yeah, the locker that's on there. And I turn to Brady and I go, I'm Brady. I turn
Yeah.
to
Turn to Blair.
Blair, and I say, I still don't feel comfortable about using those lemon things instead of the branded stickers and all that kind of jazz.
I understand that, but we had a duty to adhere to what our hygiene officer was allowing us to do. And if you would feel better about it now, perhaps what you could do is go to the bathroom and just pour some bouncy bubble beverage over where the lemony towelette was applied.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then that way you can cover all that up, and no one will know that you've had that applied to your body. It won't smell the lemony whatever on you.
Right. Is there anybody like around us? at
There
all?
are. I mean, this is a train station, but there's no active trains. There are a few people around. You see a restroom over there.
They're all infrared people, I'm assuming. Just
Everyone around right now is
so
infrared.
they won't question what it is we're doing. So
Right.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, how about this? To make it up for me, I've got a bunch more of these stickers. Can you go maybe give some of these out? I'll grab the stuff that's in like the stuff in the locker, bring it back to Allie, and then we'll get going.
I mean, I would hate to do the job of what the branding officer's supposed to be doing, which is promoting the brand.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you
But-
like me to gather everything out of the locker instead?
No, because I mean, I've got to do my job. This is all my job,
Right.
right? So, would
All
you
right.
mind?
I will hand out some stickers on your behalf.
Great, great. I hand him, I don't know, I've got a ton of stickers. Actually, and you know what? I've actually got, here, as an added little thing, I've got a couple of backpacks, too.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
so why don't you get them out? Make a whole big deal of it. Make
Yes.
sure everybody knows the bubbly, bouncy beverage deal.
All right.
Are you giving out all the backpacks? Or are you keeping some of the backpacks?
I'm going to give out 5 backpacks.
Okay.
I've got all 5 with me.
All right, and you're giving them all away.
Yeah, and now
Okay.
I've also got no more stickers, too. Or no more of the small stickers, because I've given you 14.
Right. Okay.
All right. So am I just going to tell you what's in the locker, and we're going to say those characters don't know? Do you want me like writing?
That
secret
would
notes?
that would be great. Yeah. Well,
That wasn't a yes or no question.
Yeah. Do you want this to be secret information?
This is multiple choice. No matter what you say, their characters won't know this answer.
okay. Oh, perfect. Okay.
But-
Yeah, I'm fine with you just telling me what's going.
Okay.
Sure.
So there are 12 things in the locker. They're about the size of a fist. They're green, and they're marked high explosive.
Okay. I shouldn't have given away all the backpacks.
Yeah.
Great. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Uh-huh.
I have 24 cans of Bouncy Bubble beverage.
Yes.
Am I able to take the cans off and stick these fist-sized like things into the 6-packs that I assume they are, and slap bubble beverage stickers onto them
So
to disguise them?
I'm picturing like a 6-pack of Coca-Cola Classic.
Oh, and like the rings.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got the plastic rings. I want to say yes. I'm just not sure I fully understand what you're trying to do here.
I need to disguise them so that my
Right.
friends don't think that I have explosives with me.
Yes. Okay. What are you wearing right now?
Oh, that's actually a very good point. I just assumed I was kind of in a jumpsuit. I have pleated black trousers, long sleeve red dress shirt, a gray trench coat, actually. That's 2 sizes too large. So maybe I should just shove them all into the pockets of my trench coat.
It's up to you.
Yes.
I'm absolutely not telling you how to play your character. I was liking the 6-pack plan. I just honestly was having trouble visualizing what you were describing.
Right, yeah, that's the plan. So I would be taking all these cans off
Yeah.
of the
So then you
six-pack.
have this set of rings.
Yeah, and then taking the explosives and
Kind
sort
of
of
wedging them
them
in.
into the rings, and then taking the large stickers that I have and attaching them to each
Ah.
one to make them look like cans.
You're wrapping them around the.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, the explosives aren't perfect cylinders the way the cans are,
right?
but they would hide what these are.
Yeah.
And all you're really trying to do is like say, oh yeah, these are different things.
Yeah,
Do
some
what you want.
new experimental product. So I'm gonna shove them in there and then bring them back and then kind of walk. Does Allie have like a trunk?
She has, yes.
Yeah. Then I'll bring them back with me and pop them in Allie's trunk.
Okay. Is anybody paying particular attention to any of this? Like, I'm fine
No.
to just say that this works.
This works.
Yeah.
As
Okay.
far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
I think this has some real possibilities.
Okay, so you guys know that he's brought back a couple more 6-packs, and these look different and new. You haven't seen this type of packaging before, but you see it says Bounty Bubble Beverage on the side.
I think I'm just sitting there, just like do 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 do.
Can I yell over to, or at least go get Blair and be like, all right, man, we're all loaded up.
All right.
We should make haste.
I got a couple of
to
these
Ian
backpacks left, but I'll just give them away.
Oh,
So, there
sure.
you go.
Well, I mean, I can save one.
No, it's okay.
No, but I mean, I
These guys really
insist.
wanted
It's
these
probably
backpacks,
important that
so-
I have one
That's
too.
fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no,
No.
look at Happy. That's smaller.
Oh,
that's
you look
smaller
great, and I
citizens,
kind of
yeah?
like wave at them, and I go, "Make sure to drink bubbly, bouncy beverage." And like,
What color were these backpacks?
these backpacks were red.
And I think we've established that everyone on the platform was infrared, so they're very, very happy that a red is coming along and giving them red things.
They would be, wouldn't they?
Yeah, there are cameras nearby.
You're in the car with me.
So,
I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity while I'm back at the car to reorganize my stuff and pack it into my backpack. And
you have a backpack?
yes, I bought a backpack.
Cool.
And I say, just remember, these came from your good friend Blair. Blair R. This is where they came from, Blair.
Courtesy of Brady R, branding officer for Bouncing Bubble Beverage. That's why they have the logo of Bouncing Bubble Beverage on them.
Right. Goodbye now. And I walk back to Allie and get in the car.
She's like, this feels like a dramatic moment. Should I peel out? I can peel out.
It's probably time to go, Allie. And we just book it. Great. I'm just so glad people are excited about Bouncy Bubbly Beverage.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I'm glad I could do you that favor, friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
My glasses suck.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dale.
In retrospect, it just makes me think of I wonder if they actually would have tried to turn them down when I'm trying to force them.
Right. Yeah.
No,
Thank you.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, it's their lives. They're taking it into their own hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
So at this point, your characters have a boring couple of hours on a road trip.
Oh, okay.
Whenever the table says, hey, we get to sector E and Q, we get to sector E and Q.
Okay.
Okay, so we can hang out and we can chit chat and have some fun.
Right. Like if there's stuff you want to plan, this is a time that's available for that. We have done all of the events that I had planned for the road trip, unless you cause trouble.
Right. Okay.
I was happy to help distribute all that to this. I mean, infrared people don't have a lot of stuff, and so it's kind of nice to know that we can give them something to, improve their lives and to make them feel better about themselves. I mean, they work very hard, and I think for what they've done with all their abilities, they needed more stuff, and I'd like to be able to give them something according to their needs.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. Are we able to listen to some tunes? Like, is there some happy official tunes that the computer has given us?
Yes.
Yeah, I would love to listen to those on our car ride.
Cool.
Like, probably at a loud decibel. Because it's all about having a good time.
Dale, does that count for the third from the bottom? Or not quite?
I'm honestly just going to leave that one up to your judgment.
I see. Okay.
Do you want to give yourself a perversity point?
I think I might.
All right.
Actually, that would gain me 5 perversity points,
No,
doesn't it?
no,
Oh,
because
good.
it's the
Just
first one
one.
you're doing.
Oh, good. Okay. Oh, I see. As you do them, distinct items. I get it. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just earn 1. Thank you.
What kind of
no
music do you like?
Well, what kind of music is there, Allie?
There is a variety of music, all praising our good friend the computer.
Right.
So there are different musical styles. We have country and computer. We have R and computer. Oh man, I shouldn't have turned off that the sketch brainstorming you were doing this afternoon.
right,
But I
yeah.
had to go finish doing this. You were like brainstorming different musical styles.
Yeah. Is there some like sweet R and computer?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Perfect. I'd love to listen to those as we play and crank those bad boy tunes.
So Allie fills the interior of the minivan with, from her somewhat tinny speakers. But.
And then I pull out some extra classic bouncy bubbly beverage and I pass it 1 can each out to all my friends.
Oh, thank
in
you.
the car. Enjoy.
Thank you
I
very
will
much.
use my lemony moistened pellets to clean the cans as they are passed by me.
All right.
And I think you have a contact number. I think it says on your table tent that if you need more stuff from your sponsor, you can ask them for more stuff.
Oh, it absolutely
Oh, that's
does.
In case you were despairing that you were running out of stuff.
I am a little saddened that we have no more backpacks to give out to the community. Am I able to, while we're in this car, or while we're in the Autobot, to call and be like, would you be able to meet us at E and Q and with some more backpacks? And maybe
So-
some more stickers?
We could give you another packet. Can you go through ENP on your way to ENQ?
What do you think, guys? Do we have time?
We've already made one stop. Do we really want to stop again?
Because they have a duplicate of the packet. I mean, if you're going through ENP, you can pick it up. If you're
I
not,
feel like this would make us look inefficient.
Yeah, that is kind of a problem, isn't it?
I feel our duty from Friend Computer is paramount.
That's true. But I mean, I gotta be thinking as the advertising and branding officer.
But you have already fulfilled your duties as advertising and branding officer by expending all of your allocated stickers and backpacks and promotional items.
I always want to go above and beyond for the Friend Computer.
I appreciate that, but we also have other duties.
That's true. You know what? I don't want to hold us up anymore. I'll make do with what I have, and then I grab a sticker and I like put one on your forehead.
That's very selfless of you.
Thank you.
so guys, because we're a team, what I could do is I could dump you in sector ENQ, and then I could drive to ENP and pick it up.
But you'll have to unhook the multi-mar from your trailer hitch as well.
Maybe.
I mean, it is Brady's equipment. I mean, if you don't mind Allie leaving with your equipment.
I mean, you're going to wire me up so I can control the weaponry, right?
That's true. So I mean, she could go and pick those up, and then hopefully she'll be back in time. I imagine you can do it in a speedy manner.
It is just a jaunt over from ENQ. Yeah, I think you make a good point.
Perfect. So I mean, we'll get you all hooked up before you take off,
Okay.
and then we'll let you go do that, and that would be terrific. Thank you, Allie.
Oh, my
You just
pleasure.
continue to be amazing.
I just want to be a helper.
Yeah. All right. Anything else we're doing on this road trip?
Where in ENQ are we heading?
Who are you asking?
The food vaults, or the food fats,
The
right?
food fats. Yes, I believe so.
We're heading directly there.
I don't anticipate we would need to head anywhere else. Team leader?
Now let's go straight to our destination. I don't think we need to go anywhere else then at this point. All right.
You guys have assigned to you something called a personal digital companion. When they came up with these decades ago, they were so futuristic and amazing, and surely by hundreds of years from now, they'll have been able to come out with these. And then they made the iPhone, and the iPhone was way better than the PDC. So the personal digital companions you have are better than those in the rule book. They're like the worst iPhone.
Oh, I
Okay.
see. Okay.
But you could do things like find out, enter the food vat number.
Right, and get a map.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So the food vat number.
Oh, speaking of futuristic technology, you will also have me cards. A me card is your identification and it's your way of paying. But this isn't like credit cards, because remember, this is set in the future.
Oh.
And in the future, your me card can transfer money directly from your bank account to the person you're buying stuff from.
Oh.
Because this is a science fiction game.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Wow.
All right. Great. Let's look up a map and go directly to the food vat, because the destination is really just the food vat. We're not meeting anybody.
We just heard that there are folks over there.
Yeah, we're just told to go to that location. We didn't know if these people, we're not meeting people there. We're just going to a location, correct? Like that was the idea, that they go to ENQ. That's what everyone remembers from our briefing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if we don't know there's going to be people there or not, if there are people there currently poisoning the food vats, I think we need to be ready for that. Which means that we should probably, if we need weapons, we should have all of our weapons ready and assembled. Because I remember getting a body and I remember getting a barrel, but I don't.
They just screw on.
They just screw together. I
Yeah.
don't need to have like a special check to make sure that I'm assembling it correctly.
I think technically you do, but you get like a +5 bonus on your weapons maintenance roll. So
Okay.
do you have a weapons maintenance skill?
I do.
Okay, well, I'm giving you a temporary +5 bonus to that to connect the barrel.
Okay.
So go ahead and make your roll.
Oh, good.
Because I'm a helper.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Allie.
3. And my weapon and armor maintenance is 1, +5 is 6.
Awesome, so you make your roll.
I made my roll.
Well done.
Holy crap. I'm glad I brought that up.
Anybody
gun
else
is-
want to connect their gun?
Wait, so on skills, high numbers are bad?
High numbers are good.
Okay.
I'd like to.
You could get your team leader to do it if you don't feel
You're
comfortable
really
doing it
good
yourself.
at this, actually. Would you mind putting mine together? I don't really use weapons. I'm just a custodian.
Sure.
Thanks,
Do I
man.
still have my plus
You did
5?
such a good job.
Okay.
Because this is an easy job. That's what the +5 is for. Otherwise, you would be using that's under hardware, right?
Yeah, it's under hardware.
So you could use your hardware skill to do it. You would still get a +5.
Okay.
But
you know
team
what?
leader has volunteered.
He'll
so.
do a great job.
Yeah. Okay. 3. I assembled it successfully.
Thank you so much.
Anyone
I
else
appreciate it.
like me to assemble their weapon? Yes. Cassidy, let me assemble your gun for you. 3.
That's a good die for
How about you,
Paranoia.
Hygiene Officer?
You're
I
using-
can just use my
Okay,
hardware
time
skill.
out. I love you, Beach, but you're using a spin down right now.
They're random.
Are they?
They're random.
Yeah.
You can do it. I've had this argument before, and people are like, "Well, actually, you can throw them in a certain way." No, you can't.
Okay.
You cannot.
And Beej is not doing that.
you
Whatever you can do with these, Beej is not doing
doing
that.
if you go back to the daily drop videos where we're throwing dice, the way dice tumble, even when you drop them, is they get a lot of randomization in just a little bit of action.
Okay.
Anyway, I am going. Thank you, team leader, but I believe that I have received instruction on how to properly assemble my own weapon.
All right, you've seen me do it 3 times already, so.
Man, that sucks.
Did you not get a +5 as well?
Yes, I did.
I mean, you can still spend them.
All right. I would like us, so we all have our weapons. I would like us to all look like a unified group. And I'd like us all to be dressed in the same kind of uniform and really project the fact. For example, right now I am wearing red trousers, but I'm also, of course, you've seen I'm wearing this black t-shirt. And I don't think that really gives off the same kind of thing. We need to project the fact that we are indeed a team of Reds out doing the thing that Team of Reds are out to do. So I'm going to change into my red t-shirt. It's a little small, but I'm going to put my red t-shirt on. I'm taking off these black socks and putting on my 2 red socks, and I'm going to be wearing my red boots as well. So I would like everyone to dress in a unified color so we all look like we're out here doing the same thing. It's the kind of thing that we would do in septic thanks, and it's the kind of thing I think we should be doing as troubleshooters.
Absolutely, I agree. And with those, each piece of your article of clothing should have that bubbling Beeble sticker on it. And so so for each article of clothing that you've got, I hand out a sticker, an appropriate amount of stickers.
My assigned gear includes my Gold Lame Save a Clone vest
Ah.
from my primary job.
No, I think we should all be wearing completely red.
I agree.
Team leader, are you saying I was assigned incorrect gear?
This is well, hang on. Is this a part-time job for us?
Yes, you have a day job.
Right.
And in addition to your full-time job, you now, as of today, have a second job,
Right.
which is being a troubleshooter.
Right.
Then you should continue to wear that vest because it is part of your primary job. But I think as troubleshooters, we all need to be dressed fully in red. Do you have enough clothing to allow yourself to be dressed fully in red?
My 2 red socks are 2 sizes too small.
Well,
Oh. Well, I mean, my red boots are 1 size too small, and even though it's excruciating, I'm still wearing them. Maybe just slide them onto the front half of your foot.
I don't have. Oh, actually, I
This is
do.
exciting viewing, right?
I bought a pair of red coveralls
I
that were
propose
tailored.
that in the
Nice.
interest
And a pair
of
of red
looking as a
sneakers.
unified force, we go shopping for.
We don't have time. We just couldn't go. If we can't stop for bubbling Beeble stuff, I think it is bubbling. That's a magic
Bouncy
card.
bubble.
Bouncing bubble. If we can't stop for triple B stuff, I think it's most important that we get to where we were going.
Has Allie already left us to go pick up the thing from the
No,
we're
I'm
in her.
with-
We're in the car.
still
We're
in the
getting
car.
there.
You said that you had time before you got there to have this
Right.
conversation, which is
right.
true.
Yeah, all the time in the world.
So, but we're in E&Q. We know we're there.
We
Okay.
we're there when we say we get there.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So if you say you're in E&Q, you're in E&Q.
Do we stop an ENP so he can get his stuff from the lovely bouncy beverage company so that
We-
we can all buy, we can all purchase completely red gear?
So here's the thing. I think I got some extra clothes.
Or could we spread them around?
Friend chat suggests cutting the toes off the socks to make comfy sandals.
You cannot cut anything. You cannot modify clothing that's been given to you by Friend Computer. That would be a gas because Friend Computer always gives you the things that you need.
So
right,
are those?
Friend Chat?
Is that a signed sock or is that a personal possession sock?
These have sentimental value.
Okay. So if you guys are going to go shopping, what I suggest is that we do that whenever we take a break. I don't know when that is.
Okay.
Okay.
I
But
agree.
people don't have to watch us do shopping.
Damn it, we had time to shop
Argue about how to
before.
dress ourselves.
I'm fine. I'm gonna put on my red reflective armor overalls that were assigned to me. I'm gonna put on my long sleeve red dress shirt and my big shiny red boots.
Yeah, like our overall should just be a single piece uniform.
Yeah.
We all have red reflect armor overalls?
Yes,
I do.
I do.
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, let's all wear
I
our
do
red-
not have red boots.
You do not have red boots.
Well, I have a pair of red boots. They're a little too large for me, but they might fit you.
Wow, friendship on Allie. Allie, there's amazing things going on inside of you.
I'm just so happy to be part of this team.
Me too. Have a sticker.
Thank you.
I guess I take the boots.
Oh, maybe they will help.
Nice job. Have a sticker.
Thank you.
There.
So are we all dressed entirely in red now?
I would say so.
Sure.
Except for a gold lame vest.
Yes.
All right, so you can pass through ENP on the way to ENQ, but I'm not clear on whether that's what you've decided you're
We
doing.
could go to the Save a Clone office in where is it?
ENQ?
ENQ, and I could potentially store my gold lame vest there.
But it is part of your job. Will they allow you to leave your vest behind?
I believe so.
Because that's another branch of the same service
Yes.
firm.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's stop an ENP. Let's
ENQ?
Sorry, let's stop an ENQ.
Well, my question was, are you stopping an ENP?
Or are we stopping ENP?
Yeah.
I mean, it's apparently we're on the way.
I-
Can I
if
like
it- if
reach
it's on
out
the
and
way,
like
I'm
can we
sure
like
we can.
drive by and they like put the bag in my hand?
You know what?
Arm gone.
Yeah.
It's a quick stop. I mean, if not, you can either lose your arm or get a new clone. Let's stop an ENP. Let's get what you need, and let's stop an ENQ and drop off your.
It is
ENQ
adjacent.
is our
Actual destination.
All right, so if I understand correctly, you're driving to ENQ via ENP. You're making like a 2-minute stop. You're getting another branding package.
Yeah.
So it's identical to the first one you got. You can take care of your paperwork there. Then you're going to ENQ. You're stopping in at Save a Clone. You're running in. You're spending like 5 minutes in
Yep,
there. You're
just
coming out
running
without your
in.
vest.
Yeah.
So I need you to make some sort of role for me. What sort of role would you like this to be? Probably something under stealth, I'm guessing.
Can I make the stipulation too that since like I assume we already did the ENP stuff while she's going and doing this, can I have put all of that stuff in the trunk?
Sure.
Sure. Cool. There we go.
Because I'm
Yeah,
assuming
I think
that.
stealth is best.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm interested in your stealth roll, please.
Okay. So it's a 3.
Thank you. I'm content. Are you content?
Yep.
Okay. So you've done the thing with the stuff,
I've done the thing with the stuff.
and you
I'm
come
coming
out without
back
a vest.
Without a vest.
And now you're
All right.
dressed entirely in red.
Yes.
Awesome.
Great.
And you're gonna go over to the food vat now. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, you need to get your branding package, don't you?
We already grabbed it. It's in
Oh.
the trunk. Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
we stopped there. We just passed over really quickly and then
Okay.
went
Yeah.
and did her thing. So
It- Nothing happened. He called ahead. They had it ready. He picked it up.
Perfect.
we did the arm out the window and I grabbed it.
Essentially, they just kind of do. Okay, cool. So we have already arrived at ENQ, obviously, because you did the thing. So let us look at the map and go directly to the first food vat, the food vat that we know that has been poisoned.
Right. So there are 6 vats in a big building. The building is between an aging nuclear reactor and a car body design and manufacturing facility. There are people walking out of the food vats.
Out of the food vat building.
Yes.
Not out of the food vats.
Well, you can't see the vats themselves. You can just
Okay.
see the warehouse.
Okay, good.
What is the rule on breaks? Paul said about an hour. Like, is this a stopping point?
Yeah, this seems like a reasonable stopping point.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going to take a quick break, chat, and then when we'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes, not terribly long, and when we do, we will resume our adventures in Alpha Complex.
Chat, you're doing great. Have a sticker.
Cool technology.
Cool technology.
So there
That's
are.
going to be with you
Forever.
for the rest of your life.
I feel like 40
So
have no
not forever.
have no affiliation with Lure or something like that anymore.
Technology.
Back in my day.
I was the forefront of cool technology. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
We should welcome people back.
Yeah. Welcome back to Lure AFK, everyone. We are continuing on with our Paranoia session with Dale, our friend Dale, as GM.
And for successfully making it from Sector CBB to the food vats at Sector ENQ, you each get 10 perversity points.
Wow.
Oh.
I should really start spending these. Alright, I believe this is me.
Wait, I'm 4.
No,
you're
4.
3.
I'm 3. Oh gosh.
Alright, there you go, Cam.
I trust your judgment.
Okay.
So you just got a perversity point for something.
Yay!
Oh, good job.
We're all doing our job.
Oh, so the chat doesn't have any
hey.
of the optional bonus duties that would only originate with secret societies. But
Okay.
the idea is that if you were to be in a secret society, you would have optional bonus duties that if you did them, they would be thematically associated with your secret society, and you could do those things to earn perversity
Yeah.
points.
Right.
If any of us were in a secret society.
Right, which of course you're not.
No,
No.
that's too bad.
I have a question.
Ask.
Kind of had to do it this way. There is the thing that I've got the question mark beside.
The third from the top.
Yes. We did that a couple times.
Well, so are you asking me how many times you did it?
Yeah.
I think there was the one instance where
Right.
it happened a bunch of times.
Mhm.
So that's one.
Okay.
Was there a second instance? I'm
No,
trying to
I mean
remember.
we did 5 of things, but
Right.
But I'm yeah.
Yeah, but that was all once.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Perfect. But I can go for the one there.
Oh, you definitely did that.
Boosh. All right. Stealth.
Good job.
All right, so there is the big building with the food vats.
Yeah.
It's between an aging nuclear reactor and an auto body design and manufacturing plant.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah,
Is this where you were made, Allie?
No, I was made far away.
she's made in a classy establishment. She's a classy gal.
Aw, thank you, Brady R.
Oh, you know.
Not that this establishment is subpar in any way.
Yeah, of course not.
No.
In fact, all establishments are identical.
Functioning to a competent level as
established by the
friend
computer. Yeah. Great. Well, we should probably go make sure that these so-called poisoners aren't doing stuff out here. That's our job, isn't it?
Our job is to prevent people from getting poisoned.
Right.
So we should find out if these vats are responsible for poisoning people in this sector.
And in the process, I've got my backpack, one of the ones that we got, filled with all the kinds of, just in case we see more people out here, to make sure that we're really representing BBBB.
Are there
BBB.
people out here?
There are people walking out of the central vat area.
Infrared or?
Well, yeah, everybody you see is infrared.
Yeah.
Cool. Just in case, I hand a couple stickers to each of you guys and be like, be sure to, hand these out to people as we go by, if that's all right.
So Allie pops open her side doors. They slide open.
Out of curiosity, out of character, do we have any kind of authority with anyone who is higher in the hierarchy than we are? Like, can we say, we've been assigned to investigate this place to somebody who's orange and have them be like, oh, okay, or will they just be like, why are you talking to me?
So there is no standardization on that.
Okay.
If you're a troubleshooter and you walk up to somebody and say, hey, I'm here on a troubleshooter mission, they're going to be aware that the computer is probably going to ask them questions if they
Okay.
don't cooperate, but they're not under any obligation. If they feel they can defend, shooting you in the face, then they might go ahead and do it.
Okay.
I see.
All right.
Because none of you have shot anybody in the face, and there are some mechanics that probably Chad is eager to see.
the face shooting section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's get going. We don't want to wait.
It's a
Yeah.
big chunk of the book.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
we're trying to stop the food poisoning, and we've already made a bunch of stops.
Yeah, so
You pile out of the van?
What
Cassidy.
Well,
That's
we should
awfully
probably.
familiar with you, Brady Har.
Cassidy R. I feel like we really bonded over our 6-hour road trip we took to get here. We listened to R and Computer together, Blair.
That's fair. I mean, as the team leader, I have to maintain a certain distance. You know, even though we have camaraderie, I have to remember that I have to maintain a
So,
certain
I
distance.
appreciate
shall
that.
we
Have a
continue,
sticker.
team leader?
Let's please continue. I agree. Let's go inside the facility that is. Let's attempt to gain access to the facility that has all the food vats.
All right. So one thing that is information that you can have now is that the Multimar seems to have a new panel that has opened up since you've arrived.
Well, Brady R, this is your piece of equipment. Would you care to go examine it?
Sure. I go and examine the machine. What am I seeing?
All right.
going
So
on?
there's a little panel, and it's kind of just plain like an iPhone panel.
Right.
And then underneath it says tongue print.
Oh. I lick it.
Okay.
Without
So
wiping it down first.
Oh yeah, actually that's important.
It's been on the road.
Hygiene officer.
so you lick it, and then
Damn
you
it!
can wipe it down.
All right. What does it taste like?
6-hour road trip.
Yeah. Good. Great. Okay.
I feel like you could tell us what it tastes like.
Yeah,
Great
it tastes like
indoors.
dirt and regret.
Hygiene officer, do you want to give that a wipe down? Now?
tongue?
And maybe his tongue too. I mean, actually, yeah.
Actually, with oh, you know, now that you've possibly infected yourself, maybe you should. From my kit, I take one of the bottles, and I'm like, you should probably sanitize your mouth. area
I have
with
no problem with agreeing to this. I made a
with-
dumb
with-
move.
with this.
So what does this taste like?
It tastes antiseptic.
Right. Okay, so it's gross when I drink it.
Oh, hang on. He drank it. Is he supposed to swish it and spit it out, or is he supposed to drink
Oh fuck! Damn.
So he drank it. Now you have 4 of those that you just crossed out.
Yeah.
Oh
I'll
no!
use one.
All right.
I was really.
It's
Is it edible?
yes.
Okay. Good.
You'll be fine.
Well, you know the taste is still in my
Not
mouth, so I'd like to wash
You've
it
been
down.
cleaned.
Great, thanks. I'd like to wash that terrible taste down with a cool glass of. I got something special. The experimental flavor bouncy bubble beverage. It's got gold packaging on it.
Yes. So, a word that your character doesn't know
Okay.
is cayenne.
Oh, good. All right.
This is the gold packaging experimental bouncy bubble.
Right. Hey, Dale. Or Allie. Or
Yes.
whoever.
Yes, either way.
Does this taste... What? I've never tasted this before. How would I describe...
Well, this is your job here, Ben.
Right. This tastes spicy AF.
Are you just like,
I'm sweating now. Yes. And, but you know what? It's triple B, and it's great for the whole family.
Brady, are you in good health? You look like you're sweating a little.
This, I would recommend to someone. And then
Is there some left?
there is. Would you like to try some?
I would love to try some.
There you go.
They just swapped spit.
Well, he was antiseptic before, so he's clean.
I'm super clean.
Wow!
It's
This
something.
is amazing!
Yeah.
I've never tasted anything like this before.
Um,
It's awfully strong.
does the gold indicate anything?
Means that you can give it to anybody.
Okay. All
Would the
right.
I guess
hygiene
that's a
officer
no.
care to try
Right.
some?
Pardon me?
oh,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
thank you, team leader. I'm quite.
But it's important that we all make sure that we're tasting this delicious thing.
You better justify
I don't
that.
believe it's hygienic to share beverages.
Well, you've got plenty of lemony things. Wipe
Oh,
that
I'm
sucker
sorry.
down.
Do you have something hygienic you could sort of pour in there that would...
I believe so. Yeah, I'll use one of my edible antiseptic bottles to perhaps sterilize.
Cassidy,
Well, public relations officer,
it's important. Yeah, you're gonna
become
really
part
know.
of the team. Try the new experimental bouncy bubble beverage.
Now with more experiment.
Now with even more experiments added to it. It's a really unique experience if you've never had anything like it before. Your
Could
whole
you-
face feels like it's about to burn off.
And you say this is imperative for the mission?
I don't think it's imperative for the mission. I think it's imperative for team bonding. I mean, you're a team player, aren't you?
Aren't you?
I mean, it is important for us to appear to be a team.
Agreed, yes. We're all enjoying this beverage together. And I believe the hygiene officer can re-sterilize that bottle. Should have done it for me, oh well. But we are a team. Please try some.
Here, please re-sterilize the drink.
Oh, God. Done a terrible thing.
It's sterile. I can.
Can I stealth and like not drink it? It's antiseptic.
I mean, what reason would you have to not drink it?
because it's full of antiseptic.
Ooh, that's
Dale?
a good
That we're
point.
not-
I'm going to roll hygiene. Or no, sorry. Which one was it? Hygiene.
Oh, yes.
In order to convince everyone that this is totally safe.
Yes.
I'll use 2 perversity points to make it hit.
So, you've been totally convinced with hygiene that this is just a good time. Yeah, you know, you want to do this, everybody's doing this, they're having their stuff, it's probably a little crazy.
Cassidy, be one with the team.
All right, I do it.
All right.
Okay.
So, first of all, have a point. Second of all, does your character have any experience with alcohol?
Not that I know of.
All right. That is no longer true.
All right, perfect.
Same question, Mr. Person who took an antiseptic and swallowed it.
Shit. I mean, I'm a janitor, so probably.
Okay. So you perhaps
I've-
recognize. I mean, you're not totally drunk or anything, but
No.
you've had a little now.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. All right. Yeah.
How
Okay, so
how pure is this alcohol, by the way?
I wouldn't know how to answer that in real life.
Okay.
So it's
You
they,
drink
they've
Everclear,
each had
you
like
do.
a shot of some sort of hard alcohol.
Oh,
Cool.
so it's like hard liquor.
okay.
Just curious.
Ish.
All right. So at this point now we've done this. I've licked the screen.
I would probably say that this is like what's the total can is probably a double. Let's say.
Okay. Perfect.
Ooh, okay. Is there any left in the can?
Yes.
Yeah, we've had 4 sips out of it.
Okay, hang on. I gotta ask Dale a question. With the question mark next to it, if I imbibe that can, does that count?
Yes.
Yes, it does. All right.
Have a point.
I will finish the can.
Great.
Oh god.
So if I do 4 distinct items, right? Okay, that's cool. That's my 3rd distinct item. Lovely.
Perfect. Can I grab that can and go? Great job, everybody! And while no one's looking, kind of huck it behind me.
No, I think we need to actually we need to get rid of this in a normal way, right? Like it needs to be. You know, we wouldn't litter, so we should probably actually
Right.
get rid of the can in a way that solves the problem, so nobody has to deal with litter. In fact, what I'll do is. I'll just put it on the ground and I'll stomp on it.
Okay.
There we go.
And then
It's been crushed,
yeah.
so now we can put it into a trash receptacle.
you're right.
Yeah.
That would be great. That'd be really
Did
great.
we just do that?
I mean, you
I
sort
just did it. That's another. Because it's got a mostly bubbly beverage and it's gold, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
absolutely.
Super. All right. So I've licked this. I've licked the screen.
Yes.
Yeah,
And a panel unlocked and the lever unlocked when you did.
Right. cool.
This is on the Multimar, his weapon.
Yeah. All right, cool. Can I now attempt to hook Allie up to the machine?
So you don't see any place where you would add a wire. Like, Allie was just like, oh, there are weapons, can I have some?
Oh, okay, so I can't actually make Allie a weaponized car.
It's an interesting goal.
I mean, her current auto body isn't set up to have weapons attached to it.
Okay.
Well, I guess you'll have to maintain control of it yourself.
Okay, then can I climb up on top of the thing and
Like
sort
what?
of like ride Allie? Like, and like, so I can always operate the vehicle in case we get into, trouble.
I mean, we were going inside the food vat building.
Oh,
Yeah.
we can't
Yeah.
drive Allie inside?
I don't know, Ken. Is there like a large door? Is there like a
There's a loading door that is currently closed. There's the door that you guys would walk through is a double door. You could just like unhook the Multimar and trail it along behind you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it is
Okay.
fairly small, like
Well,
reasonably small, but
It's like the size of this table, but it's on wheels.
right. Okay.
Well, why? Okay, because how about this? Because I think this thing is really, really heavy. Why don't I stick with Allie? You guys go inside the food vat and area and get them to open up those double doors, and then we can wheel Allie in.
Let Allie drive it in.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the double doors are.
I
all
mean, because
around.
Allie, you don't want to be left behind. You want to
Well,
be part
I
of
mean,
the
I'm part of the
adventure.
team.
Exactly. We can't leave Allie behind.
Unless you have missions for me. Do you have missions for me? Because I can do missions, because I'm part of the team.
Well, we were never. I mean, we were never told that. Like, you're part of the team. Allie was to deliver us to the location that we were supposed to do the work in, and you've actually accomplished your mission.
Oh, so I can go.
Well, technically, I mean, you have to wait to deliver us home, I imagine. But there's that whole thing. But you've accomplished your mission, and if you haven't been assigned any other missions by looking for trouble, then I think you can wait here until we're done.
Well, but wouldn't Allie's mission also be to keep us safe?
No.
Well, I volunteer to run people over if they're poisoning people, because that sounds fun.
That's that's a can-do attitude right there, Allie.
Well, you can't say no to a can-do attitude, leader. So why don't you guys go in?
I appreciate having all the help I can get. It's true.
So let's bring. I really care about Allie, and I don't want her to be left behind.
It would look good for the team if we did run over some poisoners.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys go in. I'll stick with Allie. We'll wait and get inside, and then because I don't want to leave my experimental weapon behind.
So there is an infrared who's over by the door. She walked out, she saw you guys, she watched you for a while, and now she's on her PDC.
So we're all slowly drinking this gold can of whatever.
Team leader, may I suggest that we contact plant management?
That sounds like an excellent idea, hygiene officer.
Thank you.
Do you have a contact for them?
Perhaps you could ask one of these helpful infrareds.
Let's do that. Let's walk up to the infrared. We walk up to the infrared that's at the building to ask
Point
her.
toward me. They gonna? Oh, okay. Yeah. Just transfer it straight to my account. Okay. Thanks. Bye. Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
citizen.
You look great. Have a sticker.
Thank you. This looks like a thing that I would normally see if I were having a refreshing beverage.
Yes, absolutely. And I crack off a cold brew and hand it to them.
Ooh, what kind?
I'm going to give you a nice can of extra classic bouncy bubbly beverage. It's the classiciest.
Oh, so this is red, so I should probably just get rid of this as quickly as I can. Right? Because I shouldn't have it.
Well, I mean, you know what's the best part about bouncing bubbly beverage? Sharing it with your friends. Why don't you give some of that to team leader? I know he enjoys it a lot too.
All right.
No, that's quite all right. I've had plenty already.
Well, you don't want to say no to bouncing bubbly beverage in front of the audience.
There's an audience?
You are the consumer, the person that we care about.
And as such, you should consume that entire can of bouncy bubbly beverage.
And she lets out a massive belch.
Nice.
That's someone who really enjoyed what it is that our advertising and
I'm glad you
branding
enjoyed it.
officers spreading around.
Anyways, you guys do your thing. I did my job.
Did you want to talk to the?
We were hello, citizen. We're here from, we're troubleshooters and we're investigating the plant. Would you be able to direct us to your manager?
Yes.
Thank you.
You want me to call him?
Yes, please.
Hello, friend computer. Yes, I love you too. There are some troubleshooters here who want to talk to you. All right. Yes, I'm very happy. No, that's... Thank you, friend computer. Your PDC rings.
I answer my PDC.
Hello, citizen. This is your friend, the computer.
Hello, friend computer.
I understand that you have some questions for me. I find this very unfortunate because you were given all of the resources that you needed. So what I can conclude from this is that your team is lacking in motivation, but I can help. So, because I love you all so much, I
we
have
love
just
you, friend
fined
computer.
each of you 100 credits. I hope that this is helping you do your mission. Have a good day. Click.
Man, how unfortunate.
How unfortunate.
But you know what? No, it's
Citizen is slinking off.
It's fortunate that he did this for us.
All right.
Friend computer.
Then, if this is the case, then we have the ability to get into the building ourselves. Is the person doors, are they secured in any way that, like, is there a lock? Is there a card access? Is there anything else that we have to touch, or are the doors open? Can we go in?
So there's just a hand panel. People have been coming out of them every few minutes.
Right.
The infrared citizen you just talked to, she walked out of the doors. She was talking on her PDC. She talked to you. As she's walking off, she's called somebody else on her PDC.
Okay.
So if you wait a minute, someone else is going to come out those doors, is my point.
Oh, okay. Why don't we, well, I mean, if infrared citizens were coming in and out, we should clearly have clearance
We
to
have
go
access.
inside.
If an infrared citizen seems to be able to come in and out,
So we should just go in.
we should just go in. I put my hand on the hand panel.
So it says unusual access, and then another panel pops open and it says tongue print.
Hygiene officer, could I have sterilize tongue panel for me, please?
Or
I'm loving the mime.
Great job. Have a sticker.
It's done.
yep.
All right. Processing.
I kind of, as it's going, I kind of hum the RN computer song we heard.
Do 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 do.
The door opens and an infrared citizen walks out. Looks at all of you. Door
Have a
swings
sticker!
shut. Thank you.
Great. I'm a troubleshooter here, and we've come because we need to investigate this plan. But I'm also
Why
at
is there
heart.
trouble in our plant?
Well,
I'm
nothing.
glad my shift just ended.
Nothing that the friend computer
Oh.
doesn't know about.
So you're here because the next shift isn't here.
yes,
Great.
yes.
So you should know that the humidity level was a little off a couple hours ago. I mean, it's probably fine by now, but you know, when you're doing the shift, make sure that you're.
it's something that we can
Did
take
you,
a look at.
during your mandated lunch break? Did you enjoy any food from this facility?
Nothing that I wasn't permitted to take.
That's quite all right. If you're allowed to eat from this facility, that's quite all right. I just wanted to know if you enjoyed any of the food that was in the facility.
I always enjoy all of the food that I consume in any facility.
And would any of it happen to be bouncy bubble beverage?
I get a bouncy bubble beverage a couple times a month.
My man! And I like high five him. See? No need to worry. Anyways, we're just gonna go on inside and do our shift.
Okay.
Great.
Did we? And you blocked the door so it hasn't shut yet.
It's shut behind him.
Oh,
But
damn.
she's like, oh, do you want me? It still says processing on your tongue print
Yeah.
thing.
It seems like it's acting a little wiggy.
Oh, let me open that for you.
Thanks, man. All right.
Doors.
You have a great day.
You too.
How good is Triple B?
It's amazing.
I know,
And now I
right?
have a sticker to remind me that sometimes I get to consume it.
Yes, it's great. See?
There's another van driving up in the distance. You guys popping into the VAT building?
Yes.
I'm going in.
We go inside. All of us shall go inside.
Right.
All right, so inside, at this level, you have like half a dozen stairs onto a walkway that goes down the length of the building. And if this weren't a big underground thing, this would look like an underground thing because there are 6 vats and you're at the top level so that you can check problems in the vats. You need the vat numbers? Because
Yeah.
you walk in,
Vat.
Is it arranged by 2 groups of 3?
2 groups of 3.
Okay.
On your left, there's 215-M, 394-R, 72-X, and on your right, there's 312-B, 171-M, and 244-Q.
How many in total?
6.
6? Okay.
This warehouse building is the food vat ENQ-21.
All right. Well, maybe we should start with the first vat on the left.
All right. I'm just pausing because I feel like I'm getting a note.
Note sense tingling.
Yes.
Scritching over in the.
It's nothing like right away.
Okay. Then what's your plan for this first vat on the left?
Well, perhaps I can use something from my hygiene kit.
Perhaps so. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you'll have to make a roll.
In what? Well, I'll write my plan.
Okay.
And then we'll see if it's the thing that I can do.
And also let me know what kind of, like, I don't remember which skills you might be using for this. So
Sure.
you can just tell me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I do have the gray gallon jar of like testing fluid.
So you're talking about 215-M at this point? That's
well-
so I have a little sketch.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd offer to show it to the chat, but honestly, it's just a scribble so that they can see the numbers.
Right. So yeah, like the fluid I have, I think is for yeah, that would be for like fixing it if there's a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'd like to do is test 215-M.
All right, and what's your plan for doing the testing?
Presumably the belt would work on it. I don't know. Like maybe I could get some kind of sample from it and use the.
All right, I'm going to read this in a minute.
Oh yeah, no
Okay.
worries.
All right. So the belt, remember it only got a very little bit.
Right. Well, what kind of like? Is there like a faucet on the bottom that we could use to like get a sample of the food? That?
Oh, on the bottom of the vat.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, if you climb down the ladder, like the vats are 20, 30 feet
Okay.
tall. But yes.
Okay. All right. Maybe I should do that then. And
All
test,
right.
And yeah, use the hygiene tester to see if it's been poisoned at all.
So I need an agility roll from you, and ladders are easy, so I'm giving
Okay.
you a +5 bonus. If you don't have agility, you can use violence.
Okay. I don't have agility.
Okay.
Punch the ladder.
Well, I assume violence at some point represents physical coordination.
That's my assumption.
So I get +5?
You get +5 to your violence for this roll.
So basically, you take that, you add 5 to it, and then
No.
No,
No.
he takes his violence number,
Yeah.
adds 5 to the violence number,
Right.
and he's trying to roll it or under.
oh, I see. Okay.
12. I have to spend 7.
Actually, if we'd like, what we could probably do is see if we can put this right here, and then the chat can also. Oh no, you can't.
It's okay.
Too bright. That's all right.
I mean, if you guys needed a map,
not-
I would have
Yeah,
drawn it
no,
on the computer.
yeah.
But honestly, it's just
Yeah.
using a ballpoint pen to write down the numbers.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I climb to the bottom of the ladder.
Yes, you do.
Okay. I'll find like some kind of spigot or something and pour a small sample.
So, do you have like habitat engineering or anything like that?
Not really.
So
I've
this
got
would be like a hardware roll to.
yeah. I've got hardware.
I have habitat engineering though, so could I go down and assist him?
Yeah, actually, maybe that would be for the best. And if you know habitat engineering, if I'm able to detect a problem, you would be able to administer it.
My skill is a 14 in that.
Oh, brilliant! That's much higher than mine.
Okay.
So, I'm not really sure why you're asking me. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I have no additional information for you.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
you can say I'm going to make the same kind of roll and climb down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'll come down and help you then if that's the case. If I
Okay,
have
sure.
just as high an option.
In that case, I'm going to read Ben's note while you guys are figuring
You
out
bet.
climbing and habitat.
So 14. What was my agility?
Violence.
Violence is 4. So okay. I need to walk me through this again. That I rolled I had violence of 4.
4. It is +5 for the purposes of this roll, so you have a 9.
9.
You're trying to roll below a 9 or a 9 or less,
Right.
but you failed by 5, so you can either spend 5
Which I can do.
5 points.
Or you can just fail by 5.
No,
I
I
mean,
will.
what's the worst that could happen?
It's 20 or 30 feet. I could fall like a fair distance. Halfway
That is
down.
not the worst that can happen. I have a better imagination than that.
You know what? You're right. You have a great imagination, Dale. I failed by 5. What
All right.
happens?
So you swing around and you catch the lip of the bat
Oh,
with
good.
one hand,
Yeah.
and you have the ladder in the other hand. Now, the lip of the bat is moist with the algae growing fluid,
Okay.
but it's easier to swing onto the vat than it is to swing onto the ladder. What's next?
I swing onto the ladder. I'm gonna
Give
swing
it a
on
shot.
the ladder.
That's
Okay.
another agility roll.
Okay.
This one does not have the +5.
14.
So you fail by 10.
I failed by 10.
Read this in a minute.
Yep.
I failed by 5.
All right. So failing by 5, you have managed to swing to the ladder, but you are not stable, and you've kind of got a foot on it, and you're trying to swing around and get some leverage, but now you've got algae goop on your hands. Also kind of on your shirt, which doesn't really matter to you as team leader.
Or overalls, anyway. but yeah.
On your overalls.
Yeah.
Dale,
Yes.
in my other life as a media content acquisition specialist,
Yes.
I can record with my
Personal digital
PDC.
Yes. All right. All right.
Hold on.
Yeah, thank you. There we go.
So
Friend computer thanks you.
this is happening. You're dangling there. You've got algae stuff on your hand, on your overalls. I have a note to read, and there's a thing that's happening. So I'm going to come back to you in a minute
Yep.
and ask you what happens next.
Great.
I think I've seen this movie.
Seems like you're having a good time at least.
Oh yeah. I haven't fallen yet. But I'm sure failing my way down the ladder.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I mean, that could be my biography title.
So
Cameron principle.
Yeah. What color is your crater?
oh, and so you've also gone down the ladder, or you like there's another ladder.
Yeah.
One on either side.
Well, what I was
take it.
what I was going to elect to do was to while you guys are testing each of these, I was going to take it upon myself as the advertising person to start showing off the bubbling branding things, like going around to each of the bats, see if there's any employees around who I can tell about the triple Bs.
I will answer that in a moment. What are
Okay.
you doing?
If he's gonna go out there to like distribute things,
Like-
I'm gonna go with him.
All right. So you're walking along the walkway at the top between these, right?
Yeah.
So you do that.
Okay.
There is a surprising lack of employees here.
Okay.
You may recall someone said that
Said
the shift hasn't shown up.
Yeah.
Someone comes out of a doorway at the far end, talking on his PDC.
Okay.
And he sees you and he kind of waves and he keeps talking. And you guys are looking around. I'm going to come back and see what's happening over here with Blair R.
So I have a free hand that is covered in goop.
Yeah?
My one hand is still holding onto the ladder.
Right, but
One-
you don't have a good grip.
But I don't have a good grip. Is one of my feet near the ladder?
Yeah,
Is it
one of
caught
your
in the
feet
ladder?
is in contact with the ladder, but you've got algae all over, and the algae goop is kind of slippery.
Oh God. Okay, I make a go for the ladder with my goop covered hand.
I mean, this only happened because you said falling was the worst I could do to you, and I got offended. I'm sorry.
One.
Wow. Well done.
Is everybody happy with that? Because remember, you
Yeah.
can affect
Yeah,
each
yeah,
other's
yeah.
rolls.
I want to see what this looks like.
I think with a 1, then Beach gets to tell us what it looks like.
I swing my hand up, my algae-covered hand up. I grab, I go for a rung, but I miss the rung. What I end up doing is grabbing the side of the ladder, right? The rails of the ladder. Once I've grabbed the rails of the ladder, my other foot comes swinging in. My other foot goes on the side of the rail, and I slide down like a badass, and land at the bottom
Nice.
because I'm slick from all the goo, and stop.
Nice. Man, you made a mess. though.
This is going from your fails compilation to the wins compilation.
Yep. I take a couple deep breaths, and I turn to the hygiene officer. Can you hand me a moist towelette?
Do you have any left?
Oh, yeah, we've got many left.
I didn't remember what I gave you.
20.
Oh, okay.
But I also, beforehand, I bought my own.
Oh, well then.
Because when you gave us the equipment list, I was like, let me towelettes sound nice. Maybe I was just like,
I just thought that
Maybe
there was a
it's-
shortage of towels in CBB, so maybe we should stock
yeah,
up.
yeah. We can absolutely get you cleaned up, team leader.
Thank you.
I'm not sure I understand exactly what you mean by this note.
I can just start talking about it out loud if we want. I'm okay with it. So basically, as they're doing this, I want to go around saying like, "Hey," to potentially any of the. Apparently, there's
There's
none,
one
but I'm
person.
still doing.
There's
yeah,
a
the
single
job of
person
it.
who's watching us and talking
And
about
as it's going on,
Orange person.
I was wondering if these are explosives that I can remotely detonate.
Oh, yes.
Cool.
But there was no remote detonator with them.
Shit.
Neat.
So you can set them.
To a
just-
time?
There is a place where you could attach a timer. Yes.
Okay.
You don't have a timer. Or
You know, you could probably turn your PDC into a timer and just wire it directly into one of these, and then one of them would have a timer.
Would you say that one of them would have enough to destroy an entire thing?
Vat or factory?
Factory of bats.
You could work some sort of chain reaction.
So one exploding might cause another one to explode.
Yes.
All right. Then you know what? I would like to attempt to do this, to convert my PDC.
All right. Do you have electrical engineering? This would be under hardware. If not, you can just use hardware.
I have hardware. I have
Cool.
hardware. Yeah, all right.
So I'm just straight up with you right now.
Yeah. And
I'm
the,
just playing on my PDC.
and the
You're
doors open.
rewiring it to an explosive.
The double doors open behind you,
Okay.
and Alpha News Network comes in with a big camera.
Hello.
And they're kind of looking around. They're like, "So, what have we here?"
You should go talk to them.
So
I'm
there's-
gonna talk to this other guy on the phone.
Public relations officer.
Public relations officer.
But you're so clean. You're freshly cleaned. You're perfect to appear on camera with me.
That's true, but there's also a man over there who is in need of triple B's. The drink of.
Keep that in mind, right?
No, but he's got to talk to the news
Yeah.
crew too.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got branding to do, buddy.
Yes.
You're not there. You're down below.
Shut up! But that man over there is so thirsty. He's so thirsty, Cassidy.
Just screaming in character.
No,
No.
Cassidy, that man is so parched.
He'll still be here.
He might not be. Hi. How's it going?
Going well. We understand there's some trouble here in these vats.
There is trouble, and you know what that trouble is? Thirsty employees.
And so our troubleshooting dollars are paying for you to come here and give them some water.
Well, that's only part of it, because the great computer is so... You know what? Why don't you take this, PR manager? I'm going to just drink this delicious beverage.
So there's a yellow citizen who's asking the questions and an
Oh.
orange citizen with the camera. I just was having trouble representing both of them.
Okay.
So there is a camera focused on you, but the person talking is the yellow.
Is the yellow one.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh.
from Alpha News Network.
Alpha News Network.
Can I say, you take, as I'm saying, you take this one, I'm going to saunter off.
I can't panic people.
I bet you could.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure you have the capacity to.
like, yes, we're troubleshooters who were sent here today to investigate claims that there may be traitors in the building.
In this building right now, they scan around. Well, there are 9 people in this building. I suggest we initiate a lockdown and then you figure out which of the 9 of us is the traitor.
I will support you in this mission. So,
Lockdowns make great viewing numbers.
yeah. So we've got my team here, who is here to investigate.
And is over half of the...
Can be immediately discounted. We were sent here specifically by Friend Computer to investigate.
That doesn't seem fair. I would think that if you're trying to be impartial...
There's no impartiality when it comes to traitors.
There should be impartiality in discovering traitors. Tell us what your system is for discovering traitors.
We investigate the area, we gather evidence, and we submit it to Friend Computer.
I see. And what evidence have you gathered so far?
There are food vats here. A likely destination for traitors.
All right, that's enough. She's got nothing. The camera goes down.
While this is going on,
Yes.
can I do the conversion of my system?
You may make your roll.
All right.
On camera.
No, off camera. I took off. I was like, take this one, man.
It's that guy in the background of the shot, dude.
Cool.
Cool
Roll again.
sabotagery.
Drunk.
I pass with an extra 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you succeed by 1. So right now, if you hook your PDC up to one of these bombs, you can use it as a timer,
Okay.
and I mean it'll explode with the.
Perfect. Great. I've done
right.
that to one of my the things that are not in my backpack.
Cool.
Where did they
Uh,
end up? What vat are they at? Are they up
so,
top?
the orange guy came over here, is near 72X and 244-Q. The news people came in the same door you did, and so they were between like 215-M and 312-B. I'm guessing
Like
that...
both of them are still upstairs, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, we're
sorry.
down in the
I'm
basement.
right, and you guys were going to make some rolls, and I kind of left you to it because I
Yeah.
assume you'll tell me if you succeeded or failed or how they went. But
Yeah, actually, now that I look at my kit again, I have these yellow nuclear integrity protein detection swabs. So maybe those will be useful for detecting if the protein vats have been poisoned.
So you remember that the vat building is next to an aging nuclear reactor, right?
Yes.
So if you're just trying to detect ambient radiation,
Yeah.
that is a piece of
Well,
information that
actually-
might be relevant.
Yeah, okay. Looking back at my briefing now, I also recognize that it says right here that you, in our briefing from Friend Computer, prevent from poisoning food vat ENQ21 394-R. So we're at 215-M. Maybe I can use the uncontaminated 215-M to establish a baseline for what the protein looks like when it's unadulterated, and then we can compare it to a similar sample from 394-R.
All right, so that is habitat engineering all over.
Okay. You fill me in on the plan, what you did, and then I will roll for that.
So this is to analyze the first one, the...
Yes, 215-M.
Okay.
15. I have habitat engineering of 14.
Chemical analysis action. This is why we have all these viewers.
So I needed to beat. Wait. I have 14.
So you failed by 1.
I failed by 1, so I even out. Wait. I even out. So I even out.
All right, so you've established a baseline.
Okay. We've established a baseline, so we need to go to the next vat.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So, team leader, would you be willing to take a sample from this vat?
Let's do that, yeah. I'll take a sample from the next vat. F, let's try that again. 6.
So you get, a nice gloopy sample.
Good. And that was like success by 8. Does that mean anything? No, just get a
it
nice
means
cookie
you
sample.
got, there wasn't spillage. You didn't get too little or too much.
Hey, I'm getting better at this. All right, great. So I have our sample. How do we test it?
You were using the scanner on your PDC
Right.
the first time.
Yeah.
So, do I assume that's done, or I have to roll for that scan, or
You roll for that scan now.
Okay.
That's also Habitat Engineering.
While this is going on, is
Yes.
it okay if I start like kind of wandering around while she's talking to people and they're doing thing?
Yes.
Start doing drop-offs of a certain variety.
So as soon as you do that, the orange guy is going to come over and talk to you.
Okay, great. I'll come say hi to the orange guy.
All right. So I'll get to you
Yep.
in a minute.
Totally.
I evened out. I spent 4 perversity points and I evened out.
All right. So these samples seem comparable.
Actually, before that
Oh.
happens,
Oh. You added one more?
yes.
Okay.
So
I'll also add one more. Or wait.
I'll subtract 1.
So wait, so you've added another one as well?
So you're back at 1.
No. You
One
currently
above.
you have failed by 1.
I
Yeah,
failed by
yeah.
1?
Yeah.
yes.
Do you know that, or
Everybody gets
A turn.
to change number once.
okay?
So someone storytell this for me. I could go have a conversation with Brady while you're thinking about that if you like.
While the interview upstairs is occurring, and there's all this like lights and camera and the sense of conversation, and I use team leader's slight sense of distraction in order to lightly adulterate the sample with some of the hygiene swab that I used earlier, which should at least like put it off slightly,
In what direction to make it?
make it look contaminated.
So it doesn't match the baseline.
Yeah.
Now,
But then we failed by 1,
Yes.
which means that my analysis shows that.
It should show incorrect, right?
Right. But
Yeah.
we're looking to see whether or not this one is. My expectation is that this one is supposed to turn out contaminated because the understanding is that vat is supposed to be contaminated. So does me failing by 1 mean that I look at it and I'm like, these are identical, they're both safe?
I think what we should do is you should make a sleight of hand roll or some
Okay.
other sort of roll for slipping this contaminant in.
All right.
And then you failing by 1, you are not certain, but you think they're contaminated.
Okay.
Does that work for everybody?
I think that works. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Succeed by 12.
So
14.
Wow. Holy crap.
So you can make a roll to notice this happening.
I should probably do that.
All
actually.
right. So do you have high alert?
No.
All right. So this is just against your base stealth.
5. My base stealth is 4.
So you fail by 1 and you succeed by 14.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I need to say anything else at this
Yeah,
point.
I don't notice.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So a bunch of stuff is happening there. You're talking to the people
Yellow,
upstairs, except they're kind of convinced that, they don't have anything to
I
say.
mean, we could be like, is there anything I can do to help you? What would look good for your story? What are you doing here? What are you investigating?
So we just want minutes, right? We just want to be featured on the news. Alpha Complex has one channel, and every night there's a 2-hour block dedicated to the news. If our branch could just have a story, that would be really good. We would look really good. We would all get paid a bonus. All we want is to know what's going on. We can make you guys look good at the same time. Just give us a story. And you've gone and talked to the manager. He's like, you're the troubleshooters, right?
I said, "Oh, you're the manager." Yes, we are indeed, and we are here to make sure that none of the food gets poisoned.
Good. The way to do that is to do the job that the shift workers haven't shown up to do. So each of the vats needs to be monitored and maintained. Nobody is watching them. There is a specific set of things you have to do to keep the algae from going off. Right now, nobody is doing any of those things.
Right. All right. Then what I'll do is there are a bunch of us here. We've actually, I believe, got 2 people below who are actually making sure and testing to make sure everything is okay using some sort of magical scanner from, I think. And they're doing that, but I will relay.
I'm not making you the tech. I'm going to make you the person who stirs. All right,
Okay.
so come on over here.
All right,
We've
teach
got
me
a
to
massive
stir.
paddle.
Okay.
Now I want you to go from vat to vat, all 6 vats.
That's very kind of you.
And, this is heavy.
Yep.
So work hard here.
Okay.
And I want you to stir in a specific pattern.
Right. And what's
All right,
the pattern?
So you start out with an 8.
An 8.
Then you go with a 3.
And then a 3.
And then a 7.
7.
And then do a 4.
Oh, how do I do that? You crazy man! Have a sticker.
Thanks. All right, just stir.
Okay,
Stir
all right.
really, and so it actually is kind of hard. You're going to have to make some sort of strength roll or violence roll.
I can do that. I think actually my guy's good at fighting stuff. No. Violence?
Yeah, that'll
Sure.
work.
Okay.
And your PDC rings while he's struggling with the.
It does.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, this is Allie. I'm just sort of parked out here. Did you know there are a bunch of registered mutants going into the building next to you?
Which building? The nuclear power plant,
so-
or the? Wasn't there something else next door to us? On the other
Yes,
side?
the former.
The nuclear power plant.
Yes.
Registered mutants.
I'm sure it's nothing, but, I'm just standing out here where you told me to wait so that you could get me inside and help the team, because I'm a part of this team.
So out of character,
Yes.
do registered mutants, are they ever assigned a color? Or are they just always infrared, or are they they exist outside the system?
They are assigned a color. They all wear a big sash that says registered mutant. And the sashes are yellow, but they're allowed to wear it, even if they're infrared. They would love to be second-class citizens. That would be a nice big step up for
I
them.
see, okay.
But technically, all people are equal, and registering a mutation is the right thing to do. Like, if any of you had a mutation, obviously the loyal thing to do would be to go register it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Neat, okay.
So if you spend a lot of time next to this aging nuclear reactor, which you're next to, perhaps things would happen to you.
I see.
All right.
It stands to reason they probably work there. Okay.
I'm sure that's all there is. There's nothing going on there. You should just ignore it.
Allie, what color uniforms are they wearing?
There are a couple of infrareds. There was a red. They all have a yellow sash.
Okay.
One of them has a fin on his head. One of them has a tail.
Interesting.
That's weird.
They all just kind of look like they're just nonchalantly going into the plant. They're not actually sneaking around, or as far as you can tell.
They're going into the service entrance.
They probably just work there. I think we can just let them work there.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
We'll just ignore that.
Yeah, we got caught up with a couple of things here. We're more than happy to let you in, but you gotta give us a few more minutes because we gotta deal with the press and the manager. Apparently, I think is upstairs.
Do you want me to run over any of the mutants?
I don't think you should have to run over anybody at this point, Allie.
Oh.
Do I see him on the phone?
You see him on the phone.
Can I
but
say,
you're
is
on a
that
different-
Allie?
You're on a different level, right? Like he's far away and
Right.
30 feet down.
And I'm
Can I yell, is that Allie?
Why would it be Allie?
I don't know, but if it is Allie, tell them I missed them.
Brady R misses you.
Oh, well, thank you.
She says thanks.
Does she miss me?
Do you miss Brady R?
I enjoy having you all inside me.
Yes!
I'll tell you in a minute. We gotta go, Allie.
Bye.
Talk to you in a bit. Bye.
Soon, I hope.
Click.
Would you like me to make my roll for stirring?
Please.
Can I go around to each of them,
Yeah.
or is this for, okay, cool. So I'm gonna do that. So first, I'll make the roll, I guess, for stirring. That sucks.
I'm guessing he's starting over here.
It's up to you which vat you're starting on.
I guess the one that I was kind of being
So
shown by the orange guy.
He stirred this one
Sure.
and showed you how to do it.
Okay. Well, I failed by 10.
Cool.
So I'm gonna bring that
So you're actually doing a good job
Yeah.
stirring them.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And as that's going on, I would like to drop an explosive.
Yes, is this the one with the timer?
It is.
All right,
yes.
so what's the timer set for?
25 minutes.
All right, and so you drop it in, it goes bloop.
Yeah.
And this is set so that if there are other explosive things nearby, they will also explode.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. This is perhaps apropos of nothing, but the vat you just dropped that into is next to the wall that is shared with the aging nuclear reactor. The vats down at this end
Yeah.
share a wall with the auto body manufacturing place.
Okay. Good to know.
Hey.
Perfect.
Maybe this would be a good time for a quick commercial break.
Yeah, maybe that would be a good time for us to take
Find
a break
out what
right
happens next.
Bye, everyone.
We'll be back in a few minutes, probably.
And we're back. So, I'm very happy with all of the exciting things that just happened. You can each have 10 perversity points.
Ooh.
And thanks to Brady R, we now have a timer for 25 minutes. Starting now.
All right, I'd like to go first.
Go ahead.
Okay. These readings show that based on a baseline and based on the other tank, this tank that was suspected to be, because you told me it was suspected to be contaminated, it is contaminated. Therefore, we should get rid of the contents of that vat as quickly as possible so people don't accidentally have anything that comes from this vat. I'm going to say that we should talk to somebody in charge and figure out how to do that. Hey, Cassidy.
Yep.
Cassidy R.
Thank you.
Is there anybody up there in a position of authority?
Yes, team leader. Looks like there's a supervisor up here.
Can you call him over? I'm going to come up and have a talk with him.
All right.
And now I'm going to scale the ladder.
Sure.
So while that's going on,
Nice, easy ladder climbing roll.
18
Just gonna be like,
versus
excuse me for a moment. It looks like something's going on.
violence.
Carry on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna scuttle down to talk to the orange.
So
manager.
that's a terrible failure. Should I, I know how to
You're
climb
trying
a
to use
goddamn
a ladder
ladder.
again.
I mean, you've got so many
Please just
perversity
face
points.
plant from like the ground floor.
Oh God, he's dead.
I mean, I gave you a bonus. It's just climbing a ladder.
That's true, yeah.
We're down to your threes.
I don't know. I wasted them all. But I must have evened out.
Okay.
Yeah, because I spent like 14 to get that even out, so that's fine.
All right.
I'm climbing a ladder.
So you go, and Mike O is coming over.
Michael, okay.
Go.
So you're the troubleshooter who's going to be helping me here. Excellent.
we
I
brought
need you
entire
to
team.
monitor humidity. Now, if you come with me here, I'll get you the humidity monitoring device.
Sir, I need to inform you before we begin anything. We've identified that VAT 394R is contaminated.
Yeah, probably because the humidity is wrong because nobody's monitoring it. Now, if
Absolutely,
you'll come
but-
with me here,
but-
I will give you this humidity monitor. Of course it's contaminated.
Yes, so we know that everything's contaminated. So will this actually fix the contamination problem?
It will tell us how much we need to fix the contamination problem.
Oh, that's excellent. Let's do that then.
All right. So he goes over and he gets sort of a massive thing with a metal pole. He's like, go around and poke this above, but don't let it touch the water the algae is growing in, which is going to be pretty tough because it's this long metal pole and you're just trying to balance it.
Trying to balance the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, so I have to make a roll to do that successfully?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that
How much do you care about this roll?
not that much?
Okay.
Are we being filmed? Can I?
Oh.
Oh, everything's being filmed.
Oh, but I meant by like the news.
Yes, by the Alpha News Network.
So I want to make sure he does this correctly.
Well, you have points you can spend.
Yeah.
13. Is that versus my habitat engineering, or is that versus like violence?
I think with habitat engineering, you can come up with a better way of doing it than he told you to do it.
All right. I come up with a better way to do it than he told me to do it. My habitat engineering is 14.
All right.
I rolled a 13.
So you're using the device how it's actually intended, rather than this clumsy way that he always makes all of his employees do it.
Right.
He's like, that's not what I told you to do. And the humidity monitor checks out, and humidity's okay.
Yeah. So I have to explain this to him in a way that doesn't do whatever.
So do you
Sir,
have
the-
bootlicking under management?
I have management,
Okay.
so that should allow me to deal with management then. So I have to
Yes.
see how well I can get away with this, sir. My full-time job is I work for Septic Banks, and I have done an awful lot of work with humidity monitors. In fact, I supervise a team that works with this hardware on a regular basis. Our preferred method, and in fact how the manual describes to use it, is by using it in the way that I'm currently doing it. So I'm taking it according to the standards that Friend Computer has set out for us and how to use this hardware.
I'll give you a +2 on your skill for this roll.
Yes! Roll the 1!
Wow. Nice.
Well done.
BS.
That's the volume we're supposed to use for the microphone, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
All right.
it's fine. It's a magic box.
Yeah.
We have a compressor.
So clearly with a natural 1, he's very impressed. And he turns to the Alpha News Network and is like, "Did you film all that?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm going to need to buy footage of that from you." They're like, "Excellent."
Nice job.
So your natural one's making everybody happy.
Okay. So now that we've revealed what humanity level is, does that actually give us a sense of what we need to do with this contamination?
Well, so I need to get the other people working on their jobs.
Yeah.
You keep checking all the humidity on all the vats since you clearly know what's going on
Do I
over
need
there.
to roll for all those then as well? Or we
Only
just
if
assume
you
that I know what I'm doing?
actually care
I know what I'm
the
doing.
humidity level is. Yeah.
Okay.
After having
19
watched
minutes.
him do the habitat engineering on the vats, do I have a sense of how they work?
Vaguely.
Would I be able to attempt to inject my vat into the tank?
So, he went over to a spigot and got a
Right.
little bit coming out. The vats are open. Like
Oh,
if you
okay.
just go up top, you can pour stuff into the vat.
That's what I've been
Right,
doing with the
because
bomb.
he's been stirring and throwing things in and
Right.
Adding my
Is that
own
your
personal
question?
stuff.
Yes.
It's a terrible
Okay.
way of managing food.
You might have to climb the ladder, though.
This is like some Batman level Joker falling into shit. kind of
Yeah.
thing.
I
You
just
have a
want-
giant comedy bomb that you're like,
I'm just aware that there's like a film crew up there,
Yes.
and there's a manager giving us jobs,
Uh-huh.
and there's all my other like team members wandering around, and I don't want them to notice me doing this.
okay. So you want to be super sneaky about it, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right. So do you have a plan for that? I mean, if the answer is no, we can say your character knows better than you do, and
Yeah,
we can reduce
I
it all
think-
to numbers.
Yeah, I think that would probably be best.
All right, so I need you to sneak, and then I need you to sleight of hand.
Okay, I have both of those skills.
So the sleight of hand will be opposed by everybody looking, and if
Okay.
they succeed by as much as you succeed by, or exceed it, then
They'll notice.
yeah.
Okay.
If you tie, they'll be like, "Whoa, what's going on?"
Okay. So stealth first.
$13?
Oh,
Oh,
I succeed by 19.
succeed by 19. All right,
weird.
so everybody can roll to see if they see Cam going to where he's going.
What would we be going against?
Some sort of stealth skill. Do you have high alert?
I have high alert.
Okay, high alert would be a good roll for this.
Okay.
17. I don't notice.
6. I'm actually going to use 5 and bring that down to a 1.
Okay,
Uh,
but in this case, what are you succeeding by? Because he
Uh,
succeeded
oh.
by
19.
19.
Oh. Well, I mean, in this case, it would be succeeding by 7. So,
So perhaps don't spend those points.
yeah. All right, makes sense.
All right, so I have 3 people's high alerts I'm rolling for.
Okay. For the record,
Yes.
they have all had a couple at
Yes.
this point. Is that affecting their rolls at all?
I think if it comes down to like a tie break, we
Okay.
can do something like that.
Have you been poisoning us, Cameron?
I only
We all
had one.
know.
We all had I had 2 big shots of that gold yummy stuff.
Right.
Yeah, your drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
My
drink
drink.
you served everyone.
Yes,
The,
that's
the
true.
brand we're representing.
Right. Yes. That nobody questions.
All right, so I'm going to make my
Yes,
3 rolls.
nobody questions.
This is the cameraman. Yeah, he doesn't see anything.
It was 18.
And this is the interview lady.
17.
All right. And this is the supervisor, Mike. Oh,
This is 6. Oh.
11.
well, it's not going to succeed by 19.
No.
So you are off someplace and nobody is paying attention to you.
Okay.
So don't screw up the next roll,
Okay.
and I think you succeed.
This is sleight of hand.
This is sleight of hand.
That succeeds by 4.
All right. So nobody's paying any attention to you. You do a thing nobody notices.
Okay.
All right. So I think we're done with you, and I'm going to see what Corey's doing.
Okay.
All right, Cassidy R, what's up? You're with
I
the
think Mike O is teaching me how to
how
test
to
the
deal.
vats.
Yes. So once we have the humidity results, then what I need you to do is change the air flow above each one to modify the humidity. So we found out that this vat over here is just fine the way it is, so don't do anything with the airflow over that vat.
Yes.
So follow the other red around and fix all of the problems that he finds.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, Cassie's following me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
well,
you're-
you're testing, and then I twiddle the
The
air
things.
vents
Okay, cool.
some way.
Okay.
Brady R.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm fine.
I'm doing great. So obviously, I'd like to go around to each vat and start dropping an explosive into each one.
All right, so we've seen the procedure for dropping stuff in without being noticed.
Yes.
Now, before, when you had the one, there weren't a whole bunch of people watching and paying close attention to the bats.
Now there's a bunch of people up here.
Right. So you need to make a sneaking roll.
Can I retroact this a sec? Can I hop downstairs and stop putting explosives beside each vat?
I don't see why not. I mean, the other bomb would be on the lower level. It would have sunk down.
Yeah. I'd like
So
to
there's
do that.
nobody down there right now.
Yeah, I'd like to go do that.
All right. Do you remember how to climb a ladder? Which I didn't think was ever going to be an issue, but you guys are terrible at climbing ladders.
I mean, I'm a custodian, but I don't think I ever climbed a ladder to
Violence.
get up here.
It's violence.
So
Just unleash your violence on it.
So I'm giving you a +5 to
Okay.
your skill because climbing a ladder is.
What about hardware? Is that
There is hardware.
okay?
So, for example, that non-functional elevator over there, if
Right.
you want to make it work, it's probably like an hour and a half, and you could make a hardware roll, and you could get the elevator working, and then you don't have to roll at all to go between levels.
I think but it would take an hour and a half for me to fix it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a big job, but it'll be fine.
It's your option.
I think I'll climb down this ladder.
As you wish.
I'm confident.
What's the worst that could happen?
Right? 14. What should I be rolling against?
Violence.
Violence?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna bump this like up to like 20. So. Right there.
So
Alright.
it's a 20.
It's
now.
a 20.
Okay.
I bumped it up by 20.
And I'm using
up by 20, so it's a 34.
That's pretty good. 34, eh?
Yeah.
Let me do some math here.
12 and a half minutes.
So I'm just going to go ahead and bump that down by 23. So that brings me 35, 20, is 12. I succeed, Dale.
Someone storytell this for me. What just happened?
So I got this big spoon with me.
Yes.
And I'm getting ready to climb down the ladder.
With
and
a backpack full of explosives.
Yes, yeah. And I assume Corey screams at me or something for some reason.
What?
I don't know. You brought it down by 20. What would you possibly do that does this to me?
I assumed that was all your fault. You were just like so
Okay.
nervous about what you're trying to do. You just like take a step off into space, realize that that's wrong, and kind of just turn around in midair and grab on.
Yeah, make a suggestion.
Yeah.
The backpack that is this nice branded backpack is kind of cheap.
Oh.
And it starts to tear because it has all of these bombs in it.
Oh no.
And you get distracted. I mean, we already know the result.
Right.
You succeeded. But the bottom has come out of the backpack. And so you were trying to hold on to the backpack and you started to slip. But then obviously you did something amazing.
Right. I had a backpack inside of my backpack.
Magically?
This
give
is
you an
carrying
idea?
all this is carrying all of my my BBB.
I'll give you an idea.
Really?
Yeah.
How about
all my
this?
BBB branding stuff?
How about big backpack hanging low on your body, right?
Right.
You feel the bottom starting to slip, and because you can feel the thing starting to tear. Like, oh shit! You're on the ladder. You put one foot up to grab the bottom of the backpack, and then you begin to hop down the ladder.
I don't know
to the
if-
bottom.
Why is that better than just having another backpack in my
Because
backpack?
that's not fucking magical.
Fine, I do your trapeze artist
Yes!
shit and
And
make
you
my
get to the
way
bottom
down.
safely.
and then I pull another backpack out of my backpack and replace the bombs in the backpack.
Saying to yourself, man, I should have double bagged these backpacks.
Yeah, that would have been great. But good thing I'm a fucking trapeze artist.
Did use your violence.
Yeah, that was totally a violence roll.
All right, I'm on the ground.
I think we should just keep vamping. No, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You guys should just keep.
And then I
Wait,
go
what's
around
that?
and I put I put a couple of bombs beside each vat because nobody's down here.
All right.
Just because.
So, could you make a high alert roll for me, please?
Sure.
18.
I spent 10 points. I succeed. Exactly.
All right. So the cameraman from Alpha News Network is filming you. He's not saying anything. He's not
good.
doing a thing. He's just filming.
Right. Okay. Cool. I look up at him and I say, "You know what is really great?
I'm guessing you're going to say bouncy bubble beverage.
You know it, my man. Look at these great, delicious beverages, and you
Is
know
that
what
gold?
feels. Oh, it's great.
Oh, wow.
And I'm gonna leave each one of these beside because I know out there's gonna be a vat working employee, a hard guy down on his luck, who really wants a good taste of this delicious drink.
So you're going to leave some of them down there and you're going to bring some of them up for other hardworking people.
Absolutely, you know it. I'm gonna climb a ladder again.
So, before that happens,
Yeah.
I would like a management role from you just to see how you're doing talking to this guy. Vaguely.
I succeed by 8.
Okay,
nice.
so he's totally buying in.
Cool.
Well done.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Yeah, I've got a backpack full of them.
Great!
I'm gonna climb this ladder now.
I'm sure you are.
I'm so certain that you're going to climb that ladder.
Yes.
Do I know if Alpha Network has a license to operate in Sector ENQ?
Do you have... you would probably know that.
Yeah.
So, yes, they have, in fact, an exclusive license to operate in Sector ENQ.
Are they getting some good footage right now?
They do seem to be getting some good footage.
Man, that'd be really nice to get.
And there's a problem because if they blow up, that footage goes with them. Because there's just like a Betamax tape in the camera.
right.
Or
Yeah.
because that's futuristic.
You don't know they're going to blow up.
Yeah.
though.
Cool
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah, cool technology.
Cool technology.
But there are all these really deep vats.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. No.
Don't worry, Chad. I've got an ace up my sleeve.
Oh, I look forward to that.
Does Ben still have his giant spoon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
guess.
probably dropped it while you were being a trapeze artist.
Exactly.
It's probably at the bottom of the ladder.
It's probably
Next to him.
It's down there though with you,
It's
right?
with me.
You're
yeah,
down there.
I got it.
Okay.
I have so many objectives to accomplish here. Okay.
Good thing you have so much time.
Okay. What is Brady doing?
I'm about to climb up this ladder to come offer everybody a delicious beverage.
I'm sure that'll go well.
You should.
Ladder climbing
you
wasn't
know what?
supposed
You
to
should
be
vamp for a
difficult.
bit. Don't let me climb this thing.
Have I noticed him talking to the cameraman?
I think they were shouting up and down the
30
levels.
feet.
Yeah.
Where's the interviewer, the anchor?
She's with Mike O.
Oh, okay. And they're off someplace else?
They're looking at some other stuff. They're looking at you guys occasionally.
Okay.
Still talking among themselves.
I should probably try to climb the ladder in opposite from where Maiko and the interviewer are.
Sure.
Okay.
Is that the one next to Brady R? I'm sort of losing track of where everybody is right there. I mean, I can make it up. But.
Yeah, I'll climb the ladder. If they're at one on the left-hand side, I'll climb up from the right-hand side,
That makes
opposite
sense.
them.
Okay.
So I rolled a 17. I have a violence of 7, but luckily I have exactly 10 points left.
All right.
So you very gracefully make
Oh
it
no,
to the
wait.
bottom.
I have 5 points left because I have a 5-point bonus on that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I didn't take into account. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm happy with my trapeze act.
All right. So you're down the ladder.
Or up the ladder.
Up the ladder.
Yeah.
Okay. Not near them. You're still at the bottom.
Yeah.
And you two are checking vat humidity.
How are we doing, team leader?
I think we're done, actually. We've gone around all 6 vats.
So all
Oh,
the vats are uncontaminated?
Just start over.
Just keep doing it.
That's what Mike O says when he sees you stopping work. You got an 8-hour shift. You just keep doing this.
Where are the panels to affect flow out, upstairs or downstairs? Like, are they near the vats, or what are they?
You mean airflow that
No, so
Casimir
let
is using?
because obviously this stuff gets pumped out to places.
Oh, yes, there are both.
They're upstairs and downstairs
Yeah.
to alter flow to leave the facility. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Can keep going, yeah.
Okay.
Just wanted to know.
I want to make sure everybody gets at least one shot at the end to do whatever they need to do.
So I'm behind the cameraman at this point.
Okay.
Oh God, he fell! No, I don't shout that, but like,
So this is an unarmed attack.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay.
What
yeah,
are you doing?
unaware.
Pushing the cameraman off the walkway.
Are you pushing him into a vat?
No.
Or down onto the bottom.
Into a vat.
Okay.
No! I want to stop this.
You're at the bottom of the ladder. How quickly can you climb that ladder?
Can I try?
Also, like, did you see me?
I don't know.
No.
I mean, we
probably
were looking at each other, weren't we?
Yes, absolutely.
So can I attempt to see this happening?
So I think at
What
the-
are you doing?
Yeah, like you're seeing this camera guy,
Yeah.
and I think what you'll see is, Chris R runs over and pushes him into a vat. Like
Yeah.
you can shout,
Yeah,
Well,
I'd
I mean,
like
like,
to.
I would like to do it, and when Brady isn't looking.
I mean,
but
we're,
they're in the middle, like they're talking
we are
to each
literally
other.
in a conversation
Oh,
with
okay,
one another.
okay.
I mean,
Well, then I'll wait for that conversation to end.
Okay, because you were going to
Before.
start climbing a
Sure.
ladder.
Yeah.
All right, so
Well-
that'll give you an opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, I'm climbing a ladder with a success of exact on the nose.
Awesome. So you're busy climbing a ladder.
Yeah.
There was no margin there, so you're not really paying attention.
Right. I mean, like I had the 5+ advantage, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I was to try to grab the camera, and this guy goes into the vat.
That would make it more difficult.
Right.
You could do it as 2 rolls. You could do one thing where you just all you're worrying is taking it away, but he's going to have a chance to react then. If you're trying to push him in and hold on to the camera at the same time, that you're going to have a penalty to do that.
This is a really bad idea. I'm not going to do this. I've considered this, and I'm just not going to do it.
So I feel like you've climbed up the ladder, you've gotten ready, you're.
Yeah, no, this has too many points of failure.
All right. So
This has way too many points of failure for not nearly enough reward.
So you two are still just sort of actually caring about the humidity? And
I
the...
am attempting to talk to you about whether or not we've succeeded in our mission, and whether our mission is now to just walk in a circle for 8 hours.
Okay.
There's a minute 45.
I was not given clear instructions as to what our mission was from whoever called me, right? I have been gleaning what we're supposed to do based on what everyone else has been telling me in our mission. What were you told when you joined the group?
Okay.
I was told to prevent something. What were you told?
I think I had to, like, go meet up with someone at some location.
I see. Okay. And then what I was told by Chris was that there is a tank that is contaminated. I think part of our mission is to prevent people from getting poisoned, and therefore, if we continue to do this, that might help. But I think the bigger thing we
So
should
you said one of the vats is
is
contaminated.
If we're supposed to prevent people from getting poisoned, then we should drain the poisoned vat.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. That's exactly the
Let's
kind
go
of thing.
talk to Maiko.
Let's go talk to Maiko.
Okay. But while this, okay, so this is going on,
Uh-huh.
and because it's right up. Hold on. Van for 30 seconds.
be like, hey, my goat, there might be something wrong with one of the bats.
Yeah.
Is there a window, like up here, kind of a thing?
There's a window
window
that
to
looks out
where?
at the.
Yeah, you have no idea
aging
what time it
nuclear
is because
reactor.
you don't have your phone anymore.
It's true. I was counting in my head.
For 25 minutes.
I mean, it's important. Can I go bash open a window?
Why?
So you'll have
You'll
to.
see.
Yes, you'll have to climb to the window and then you'll have to bash it. So that's
Okay.
a climbing roll because you're good at those.
Yeah. I failed that.
Okay, so you fall.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about how you fall?
I fall and I shake up some cans as I'm
No,
doing
no,
so,
you're falling back
and I
to the
scream
block.
out, bouncing bubble beverage is the shit. And then I don't know, the building explodes.
So, thank you for the game. I have some handouts for you.
We destroyed Alpha Complex.
My axe.
You set off a series of explosions that contaminated this sector.
Okay.
All right. So
I have to say I love the idea that of this just the Blair and Cassidy being like, so what are we doing here?
Essentially, right? I'm not aware this is going on. It's like, we have to convince him, let's drain this vat.
Yeah. His last thought in moment before the explosion was, just a second here.
I just gotta make
what
sure
am I
we're
here?
doing our correct jobs.
Yeah.
We look good for the cameras.
Yeah.
So, is everybody's the same? Or?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
But they're all the same idea.
Okay.
Basically, you've each just had a handout with your new number,
Yeah.
talking about waking up and what it's like to get a new clone. And
I'm gonna
Okay.
say
Oh,
that's
so
VR Prime.
it is understand that we all died.
yes,
Yeah,
so
you were
lost
not
the
gonna make it out of there.
I had a plan to, but we ran out of time.
That's what happens.
You might
with the
not
bomb.
understand how big the explosion was going to be.
Me and Allie were gonna make a clean getaway.
All right.
alas, poor Allie.
I feel like I had a
She's
plan
the
to
only
get
one
out
who
of
doesn't
there,
have a
but I
clone.
ran out of time is something that happens with people who place bombs.
So I accomplished my other goal. So I'm happy.
So, and just actually as
Well, isn't that nice?
a world thing, they wake up in the clones wake up. Are the clones have to deal with the fallout of what presumably they're considered to be the same person, right?
Yes, but they have just committed treason, which is punishable by death, and they died. So
Now
You can't
we
be
got a fresh
punished
start.
for the same crime multiple times.
right.
Oh, okay. So when you die because of treason, when you come back, it's considered to be a different person,
Well,
or that you have paid your treason.
if they had all been executed for treason, this would be much more clean cut. Because then it would absolutely be a yes. A lawyer could argue either way, but the evidence is all in that Betamax camcorder that blew up with you. So nobody
Right.
knows what happened.
But how do they know we're traitors just because we died?
I would.
But
There was a giant explosion.
Right.
A lot of people died.
that's what I'm saying. They don't know that you're
Okay,
traitors.
good.
But if you had been executed for treason, which you weren't,
So-
then you would have a clean slate.
I'm just happy to get out of this without a little I in my name.
So here's the thing.
You don't get an eye.
Like I was
Or you just
with a terrorist group.
No.
What?
And
No
like
way.
my whole thing was I was supposed to
What
destroy
kind
the
of
food vats that
heresy?
weren't being poisoned. And if I pull this off, I get a financial bonus plus they subsidize an extra clone for me. So I don't lose anything out of this whole scenario, and I just make out like a bandit.
Oh, yeah, I had to go to my other clone facility and put a flash drive in somewhere.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we both did our things.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, I feel like that was a metaphor for this whole group. Can I assume that by a gigantic explosion happening, they assume I did my job correctly, even though there's no like documented recollection of it?
They're going to reward you for it.
Sweet. Cool. Okay. I wasn't sure if they needed some sort of clear identifying markings, but I would hope that an entire sector being blown to smithereens was
I
enough.
think that the terrorist organization just sort of assumes that when there are big explosions, they're responsible.
Cool.
It was one of us.
Cool, I did it. All right.
Which things off your checklist did you check off?
in the optional stuff?
Yeah, because the chat didn't actually see the checklists because they were done too late.
So mine honestly, I think maybe I brought a bunch of these together. Because, so my first one is break something important. Now, I blew up an entire sector, Dale.
I think you can have a perversity point for that.
Sure.
Maybe you broke that spoon that was for stirring the algae beds.
Yeah. I have convince an infrared to give a red, or convince an infrared to give something red to another infrared, which I don't believe I
I
did.
don't know, but you did a couple of them. Or a
yeah.
couple that you did.
Yeah, well, specifically, the one that I was hoping to get a bunch off of was Beach, convincing a red to give something red to a bunch of infrareds, which was of all the backpacks and stuff like that, but I did accomplish that.
Yeah.
Convince someone else to break something important. Convince someone else to make a mess. Destroy a confession booth.
You did not do a confession booth. I mean, you just blew one up, but that doesn't count.
Here's one. Disrupt power to someplace important.
Oh, I think you've done that.
Give something red or higher to an infrared. I think I did that.
Yeah, you gave that
Yeah.
soda.
Convince someone else to mouth off to the computer. I don't think I did that. Kill someone.
I think you did that.
Make a mess.
It's hard to deny you did
I
that.
mean, you did try to throw that one can away and failed.
Yeah, you stomped it and threw it in
Yep,
the trash,
I
you
sure
recycling son of a gun. And mouth off to the computer were my optional things.
Cool.
So in total, I did six.
Well done.
Optional things, yeah.
You don't have to tell everybody.
I
what
could
you
tell
Oh,
people
yeah, I
what-
mean,
what
might as
I
well.
was-
We've got time, I think.
I mean, if we're gonna play again, I kind of don't want you knowing what my secret thing is. I don't get a
Oh,
checklist.
that's
I just
true.
had to make you guys make references.
Oh, okay.
Like talk about stuff that like refer to other things.
Like
History.
old references,
Oh, I see.
We
like pop
had to
culture.
meme?
You had to meme. I got points for making you meme.
Really?
Yeah, make reference to the culture that existed before Alpha Complex.
Know it.
Wow.
AVI.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, if we played again, would we be playing with these same characters?
Yeah, but I also trust you as players.
To
Like if-
not have in
Yeah.
because I kept looking over and Ben had his shit open and it was kind of like, oh Ben, now I know what your secret thing is and I have no idea how to deal with that. But I know I can't stop you because in character I can't.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I was very blatant about the fact that I was clearly some sort of anarchist.
It's fair.
Right.
I actually,
much.
Yeah, I
Like-
wasn't very secrety.
It was like you're part
Oh,
of Purge,
yeah.
and I don't know what the hell Purge is, but it seems bad. It's-
It is.
so then I'll share mine. Blair R's thing, like literally, at the beginning, it was like your new job is to serve as a leader of the newly formed troubleshooter team. Your team's first mission will be to travel to Sector E and Q and prevent. And then one of the guys on my team like kept trying to listen in on the thing and made me drop my PDC.
You didn't even know what the mission was.
No. That's literally why I said, I don't know what this is. I've been working off of what everybody else is telling me. It's to prevent, whoop, my thing falls in the sewage, I'm like, F. And
It's
so
prevent this one vat from being poisoned.
that's the only thing that I thought, because based on what he was saying, it's like, oh, well, that one thing is like prevent something
that
from
sucks.
happening. So I'm like,
Yeah,
well, then we
someone was
better
really
drain that
mean.
vat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like really hard, and I was like trying to figure out from everybody, I'm like, how do I make this look like I know what's going on? And I'm like, I got a minute left, F it, I'm just going to put it on the table. What are we supposed to be doing here?
And I wanted to be like, why aren't you doing the thing we're supposed
I
to be doing?
thought you were asking because you're like, we got a time limit.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's put our heads together and do it.
Out of character, I knew I had a time limit. Like, I want to do something, but I want to have a better idea of what it is we're supposed to be doing. Especially when you said, "Are we going to do this for 8 hours?" And I'm like, "How could we? How could we possibly stand here and do this for 8 hours? It doesn't seem like it's part of what our job is supposed to be. What is our job?"
Yeah.
So, though, also, my boss said, "Don't." The reason I was assigned is because somebody from our group is always assigned to other groups, and we get blamed for screw ups. So whatever you do, don't let if something screws up,
Because you're a commie mutant.
blame it on somebody else.
You're
no
a
matter
commie
what.
mutant.
Well, it's funny because it turns out I am a communist and I do have a mutation.
I was also a mutant.
But you're not a communist.
No, I was not.
Do you know what my mutation is?
What?
Environmental control.
What?
I can affect the environment around me.
You could
You know
have
what
fixed
my
the humidity
I
problem.
could have fixed the humanity problem.
If
Do you want
there
to know
had
what
been
my
one.
ace
If there had been one in the first place.
my ace in the hole was in case this thing all went south?
Please.
I can start fire with my mind.
Oh God!
So I felt pretty confident about it. At some point, I'm gonna blow this shit up.
So my checklist was, as a communist, was to convince someone to sing a song praising the communism, and I was kind of like, can I get you to put communist lyrics to Jeopardy? And I couldn't do that, even though you kept doing the Jeopardy song. I'm like, I'm not
Hoping that someone else would join.
Yeah, exactly. But I did get for destroy a symbol of capitalist propaganda, that I stomped into the ground and threw away. Destroy a symbol of capitalist propaganda.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, nice.
I was trying to distribute that food to the masses.
Oh.
Because I was going to turn on the flow and be like, we have to drain this whole facility because we don't know what else has been poisoned. I was going to just drain it all and then let the commies know it's like, there's a whole bunch of food entering into people's houses.
Some of it might be poisoned.
Some of it might be poisoned, but everyone else is going to do real well.
With their algae.
It's technically true. I'm distributing that food to the masses. But I did get all three of you to dress entirely in red.
That's pretty good.
I did drink vodka because I ended up having the antiseptic-filled can of whatever.
Sure.
No, that was actually literally vodka.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I didn't know
good.
it was vodka or not. I didn't want to ask. And then I was recite communist slogans. That was when I had said, well, it's good that we took the things that we had, and everyone works really hard, all their abilities are put to work, and we need to distribute things to them according to their needs.
God damn, how did I not catch that? How did I not catch that? Jeez.
Chad totally caught that. By
Yeah.
the way. They're like,
That's good.
that sounds like communist stuff.
All right.
They were right.
Cam, did you have anything you wanted to share?
No, I was.
Were you in
You were a poisoner.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Obviously, I was part of a secret society. I was
Okay,
part of
good.
a secret society that was poisoning that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, on the flip side, we stopped the poisoning.
Yeah, nobody got poisoned.
Yeah.
No one at all.
Does that mean that technically our mission, our part-time job succeeded? We prevented a vat from being poisoned by blowing up the facility.
You might have to argue that.
The computer, yeah, it's fair.
I mean,
Because we
the
were
facility-
never instructed to save the populace, just to stop the poisoning from happening.
Well, I mean, like, there's no evidence of anything that happened there, right? We didn't destroy the sector. The sector became destroyed.
You know
It's
who
true.
did it?
Those
Those
registered
damn mutants.
Yep.
Those damn
Mutants are the
mutant
worst.
communists.
Commie mutants, traitors.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to being
all
a
of those
janitor.
mutants died too, I guess. Eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
But they'll get
They're
better.
all dead, Dave.
I killed everyone.
That must have been a real big
That would have been a
surprise to
point
them.
if you'd
Yeah.
said that 10 minutes
When they
earlier.
were like,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
this thing's going to go off in 10 minutes.
Yeah, ours
Right, because
blew-
they were trying to sabotage it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I,
Dave.
yeah,
They're
get on
all
my
dead,
level.
Dave.
I mean, what sort of shenanigans were going on in the auto body place?
Nothing.
I think the only tragedy here today is that Allie didn't survive.
Alas, poor
A
Allie.
moment of silence for Al.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know that.
Yeah.
Do we want to read some subs and stuff
yeah,
like that?
let's do that.
Yeah,
Paige,
can-
do you
can
want
they
to
put-
start and we'll go clockwise?
That sounds
Can they
good.
put Autobots into new bodies or
Well,
do
they
we-
could if their brain didn't get nuked.
Oh no.
But isn't there a cloud? Come on, it's the future.
It's not that far in
the
the
future.
future.
Damn it!
So
1987.
people are backed up, but robots are not.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh no.
There's a secret society called the Bot Liberation Front. that is
Oh
fighting
man,
for
I want to
that.
be part of that group. Can I defect from Purge?
You can.
So the only
two
person
groups.
you successfully killed was the one person you didn't want to kill.
I actually killed the person I cared about. So, you know.
How
Wars are the
ironic.
worst.
I kept trying to figure out if that was part of your society thing because I'm like, boy, you really like Allie.
Really like
I just
robots,
really
right?
genuinely liked Allie. Dale, you anthropomorphized this character quite well.
Thank you.
Just friendly and volunteer to do everything.
Yeah, that's you were
Right,
like the
not suspicious
claptrap
at all.
of the group. Okay, let's do sub welcome.
All right, let us welcome some subs. Thank you to all these amazing people who have subbed during this stream.
Starting with Grey Fox 0012 for 28 months saying blarg.
A Webbajack has subbed for the 16th month saying, ooh wee.
Ooh wee.
RX subbed for 40 months. Friend computer, if you see trouble,
You should shoot trouble
It's on the
Woof.
iPad.
Oh.
for 7 months. It's still pretty small, eh?
Yeah.
Onion for 21 months. Thank you for the resub, Onion.
Hilgrunder for 8 months saying, I love this game.
Hopefully we did you proud.
Panda has resubbed for the 4th month saying, resub time, Dale time, best time.
Dark Morford for 37 months. Hello, friend computer.
Museum Girl for 7 months.
You know who's not a communist mutant? The Metal Lupus for 40 months in a row. Thank you so much for that resub.
You don't know that for sure. Hour of Darkness 5 for 2 months. Thanks for all you're amazing. Love all you guys. You are fantastic.
2 Steps is a brand new subscriber. Welcome to the
Welcome.
channel,
Hey.
2 Steps. Thank you.
Lunatic 93 for 5 months. Trust the computer. The computer is your friend.
Rock Pusher for 7 months. We are all friend computers. Vatty discharge.
Oh my goodness, it's A. Wells 44 for 13 months saying, I love this game. I did not know about this till now. James, you made a promise to me.
Pete Christensen is a new Patreon supporter. Welcome, Pete. Thank you.
Aspiring Jester is reset for the 6 months, saying totally normally drinking toxic isopropyl alcohol. Also, second trimester.
Don't do both of those things.
Time Merit for 8 months. What?
Lord Kincaid for 2 months. Welcome back.
Know who likes BBB? It's Miglino164 for 2 months saying, woo, AFK Stram, Lurhorn.
It's Thuman with Nonum. It's 8 months. Thank you, Thuman.
And for donating 4,050 bits,
Wow.
thank you very much
Wow.
to Z Alpha, Admiral Mamo, Two Flower, Captain Ender 7, Aussie PM Malcolm Turball, Earthen One, Talonvor, Mr. Third Party, Thermos, and W Nivik.
Thanks,
Hooray.
guys.
All right, so we will be back. Let's see, Adam did Adam's Streamhouse on Tuesday, so that implies
back on
he's
Sunday.
not going to be here. But we will be back on Sunday with Rhythm Cafe.
Rhythm Cafe.
Do we know what?
I think they're playing more Get-A-Roo, man.
Get a room, man.
Yeah.
Guitar room.
Guitar man.
Get-A-Roo.
Get
Get a room, man.
Get-A-Roo, man.
Get a room,
Get a
man.
room, man.
Get a room, man. So tune in for that, and then otherwise normal scheduling next week.
Thank you to, and please support us on the Patreon, but also thank you to Wormwood. Walk us through that again, Cameron.
Yes, Wormwood Gaming is the purveyor of many fine gaming accessories, and available in a variety of mundane and exotic hardwoods. For all of your dice tray, dice vault, deck box, GM screen, dice tower needs, please consider Wormwood Gaming and their line of fine, delicious, and nutritious gaming accessories.
Don't eat the damn wormwood product.
Can't tell them what to do.
You can huff it.
Please
But
huff,
don't eat it.
please huff these fragrant, aromatic gaming accessories. And if you use our affiliate code LRR in the if you live in the United States and you use our affiliate code LRR when you
Do a purchase.
Yeah.
when you do a commerce, and you put that in the coupon field, you'll get free shipping within the United States. And if you live anywhere else in the world, you can enter the code LRR World, and you'll get $10 off shipping. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That was nice delivery, Tim.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That was smooth like butter.
And who knows, maybe we'll get to play this again sometimes.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, it'll be a blast.
Although I will say we're I believe the schedule for next week is just being finished up, but we do know that next week's AFK will be a draft.
yeah, magic draft using Alex's cube.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that should be pretty sweet.
And one of the best ways that you can check out our schedule is probably with the events page now, too. Hey?
Yes, yeah.
So look forward to the update on that.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you in the future. Until then, have a great night and weekend.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye.